All right.
Okay, do you want to, okay, I thought you wanted, okay, just don't worry. Okay, I'll just go ahead then.
All right.
Or do you want to go ahead?
No, you can go ahead, please. Good evening, everybody.
All right, good evening. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the wonderful work you're doing. All right, good evening, everyone. How you all doing today? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everyone. How you all doing today? What's happening? Wow. Um, Wendy, if I'm correct? Yes, Victoria. Good evening. Blessed one. Good evening. How you all doing today? Happy Sunday. How's the weekend been so far? Great, amazing. Jedediah. Okay, any other person? Let me see. We're still expecting more people to join the call. But before people will come. All right, let's get to know each other before people come around. Okay. All right, that's good. Grace, Avi. Good evening, every one of you. Good evening to everyone. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead to share my screen and we'll kick off from there. Okay, so we just have maybe 2 hours maximum to be on the call. So I would say you should let's interact because the best way you could actually have fun today, okay, is by interacting. Okay, so it's not just going to be me talking; it's going to be we, all of us together. All of us together having a discussion together. All right. So please let's use the chat to discuss with one another. All right. Let's use the chat to talk to one another. All right. So good evening, good evening, good evening from Manchester. So where are you guys joining from? I can see someone from Manchester, Felix from Manchester. I'm currently based in Manchester also. I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys sometime. All right, so we have Bennett from Lagos. So where are you guys joining in from? Let me see. Financial analytics. Let's see where people are joining in from today. All right. Not Amtin. Oh, that's good. Francis from Istanbul. Okay. Any other person? Abuja, South Africa. SA from US. Okay. Abuja. I have someone from Lagos. Paduna from Lagos. Lagos. Bradford. Oh, I was in Bradford just a couple of weeks ago. Motola. All right. Lagos. Port Harcourt. Oklahoma City, Canada. We have very diverse set of people in class today, which is, I think this is amazing. I'm actually excited now. All right. We have very diverse set of people from Nairobi, from Canada, from the US, from different parts of Africa. All right, from different parts of the UK. We have someone from Wolverhampton also on the call, which is good. It's something I really enjoy about the virtual training programs because you get to meet people from everywhere across the world. All right. And we all know that Africans are literally everywhere. Okay. So that's another beauty of what we're doing. Okay. All right. So, today we're going to be doing something very interesting. Okay. We're going to be talking about financial analytics. Financial analytics. And this is one career path that I actually enjoy so much. And that's because I have so much preference for financial analytics because my journey into the data ecosystem, into analytics, actually started from financial analytics. Okay. So that's how I have so much preference for this. Okay. So I've shared my story on Instagram several times, and now I was able to transition from management consulting into the first part was financial analytics, creating financial models, and all that. But anyways, we'll come to that. Okay, we'll come to that. So now let's talk about how to get started. How do you start your career as a financial analytics professional? That's a key question. Majority of you are looking to answer. Okay, so we're going to be doing it today. That's what we're going to be discussing today. But it's going to be through a real life case study. All right, we're going to be using a real life case study so you understand the role of financial analytics in any business across the world and why it is very important for you to actually get started. There's no time again. There's no time. There's no need for you to wait. All right. That's the reason why we created the program. Join the train and see how you can also become a financial analytics professional. All right. So let me see who is joining us for the first time. If you're joining us for the first time, please just put a one in the chat. Number one. You're joining us for the first time, put a one in the chat. Let's see. Oh, first timers in the house. Welcome, welcome. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. You guys are welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So you see, when you look to the left side of your screen, okay, you'll see somebody waving at you. Okay. Please follow that person. Follow the person. We have a special seat waiting for you. I say this every time. All right, but we have a special seat. Just look on the left. Somebody's waving at you. All right. You see, follow the person. The person will have a dedicated seat for you in front. Okay. All right. So for first timers, I want to welcome you guys to the 10 Analytics Masterclass. All right. We pride ourselves with delivering quality value in terms of training programs. So if you're joining us for the first time, I would like to introduce you to 10 Analytics. Okay. I would like to introduce you to Analytics. So, what is Analytics? Who is Analytics? What do we do? Okay, I'm going to introduce you to it. Okay, so our mandate essentially, or what we are out to achieve, is to get more Africans into the tech space. Okay, so you're an African in Africa, or you're an Africa in the diaspora, or you're anywhere across the world. It really doesn't matter where you are. The whole goal for us is for you to transition into the tech space. Okay. And we have quite a number of training programs cutting across data analytics, data science, financial analytics, what we're going to be discussing today, HR analytics, financial data science, data engineering, and so on and so forth. All right. So the goal for us here, like I mentioned earlier, is to get more Africans into the tech space. Okay, so we also created a training programs, okay, that are designed to teach you from 0 to 100 on how you can actually get started in that particular career path. Okay, so what we do is we leverage experienced professionals that are currently in the space, okay, majorly Africans also that are currently in the space, and they will be coming in to hold you and guide you through your journey to becoming that professional that you're looking for, that tech professional you're looking to become. So financial analytics is one career path that is obviously taking the ground, in terms of what people need to become. Okay. All right. So, and it's a very interesting career path because it's a blend between career paths, data analytics, financial model, pre-finance, and investment banking. So this particular career path, financial analytics, combines three career paths together: corporate finance, investment banking, and data analytics. Okay, well, we'll get to it. Don't worry, we'll get to the curriculum and all that. But essentially, that's what we set out to achieve. Okay, all right. So we want to get you in the tech space, majorly Africans across the world. Like I said, you're an African in Africa or you're an African in the diaspora, you're anywhere across the world. It really doesn't matter where you are. All right. The goal for us at Analytics is to get you into the tech space across different career paths that you might likely get interested in. All right. So we're going to be talking about financial analytics today, and the person I'll be speaking to you, my name is Ifemena Ibro, and I am the co-founder of Analytics. All right, and I have close to a decade experience working across data analytics, data science, data engineering, financial analytics, like I talked about earlier. All right. But the interesting part about my career here, guys, is I did not start. Okay. I studied economics in my first degree. My first degree was in economics. Okay. So I did economics for, number 4 years in university back home in Nigeria. All right. And after 4 years, the first job I actually did was in management consulting. So I did management consulting for about 4 years. All right. Working across different kinds of consulting from, human resources consulting to strategic consulting and so on and so forth. All right, but it wasn't tech related. But I wanted to transition. Okay, and that's the reason why I the data space was the most enticing to me back then. Software engineering and all that, but data. I liked numbers. I liked to see down, to drill in, to find out what's the main. What was the. I like to just problem solve. Let me put it this way. All right. So the data was the most exciting career path for me. All right. And guess what? Like I said, the first thing I did was financial modeling. So I took a training on financial modeling. Okay. And after that, started training people in Nigeria. I started offering my services to SMEs, majorly SMEs back home in Nigeria. Okay. And because of this interaction with SMEs, I started, facilitating for, I started working with quite, I would say, medium-sized, large organizations in Nigeria, okay, just by just picking a particular training. So, and those are the things that people don't understand. How can you turn your skill into either a business for yourself or even get remote opportunities and so on and so forth? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. All right. So we're going to be doing two things actually. All right. And I'll explain them to you. But essentially, the key thing I need to bring out of this conversation about with you is I did not start. Okay, I don't have any degree in finance or anything like that. All right, all right. I don't have any degree in data analytics. But what happened? All right, I learned something. All right, and that particular thing I learned was what I used to transition into the tech space. All right. And that's the reason why we've created this training program to get you started in financial analytics. All right. So if you're looking to become a financial analytics professional anywhere across the world, this is the platform to be on. All right. So we're going to be talking about 5 things today. 5 things today. First of all, we're going to be building a dynamic and interactive Power BI dashboard. That's the first thing we're going to be doing today. All right. We're going to be building a dynamic and interactive dashboard in Power BI today. All right. The next one we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking the pathway to becoming a financial analytics professional. Okay. Sorry. Okay. We're going to be discussing the pathway to becoming a financial analytics professional. Okay. The next part is remote full-time and tech relocation opportunities. Okay. Lastly, the last things comes for people that wait till the end of the session. So if you wait till the end of the session, you get to hear about our special offer. I have a special offer designed for you. All right. And the Tech Analytics Growth Internship Program. Now, this internship program has helped quite a number of people transition, okay? As has helped quite a number of our participants transition into financial analytics. So I'm going to I'll share some testimonial with you so you can see for yourself. People that have gone through the training program and are currently now working for top firms across the world, working as financial analysts, working as commercial analysts, and so on and so forth. All right, so these are the 5 things we're going to be doing today. First thing, build a dynamic, an interactive Power BI dashboard. All right, we'll talk about how you can actually become a financial analytics professional. Then we'll talk about remote full-time opportunities. Yes, a lot of people think financial, the guys in finance don't get remote opportunities, but we're going to explore that today. All right. Then if you wait to the end of the session, I have a special offer for you. Okay. And we'll talk also about the analytics internship program. Okay. All right. So, so some people are saying my voice is low. Can you guys confirm if my voice, can you guys confirm if you can hear me well, please? If you can hear me well, just put a yes in the chat. A yes, yes. If you can hear me perfectly, if you can hear me loud and clear. All right. You can't hear me, but you wrote no. All right. Okay, I can hear you loud and clear. Okay, let me see. Loud and clear, loud and clear. All right. All right. Elijah, Priscilla, can you guys hear me well? Priscilla, can you hear me well?
Yes, if and I can hear you very well.
Very well. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so these are the 5 things we're going to be looking at today. Building a dynamic and interactive Power BI dashboard. We're going to be looking at how to become a financial analytics professional. What do you need to learn? How do you need to position yourself? All right. We're also going to be exploring remote full-time opportunity for financial analytics professional. We'll also be talking about the special offer I have for you. All right. Then the last but not the least, the Tech Analytics Growth Internship Program. So no, if you wait to the end of the session, you get the recording, you get to hear about the special offer, and you get to learn about the Growth Internship Program. Okay. All right. So yes, let's jump into it. Okay, let's jump into the session now. If you are excited to continue, if you're excited to go on with the masterclass, put a one in the chat. Let me see people that are ready to get started. So we're going to be working on the real life case study today, a real life financial analytics case study today, real life, my own personal project. All right, and I'll show you in a few seconds. Okay. I'll show you in a few seconds. Oh, I can see all the ones coming in. I'm excited also, guys. I won't lie to you. I'm excited. So the master class today is going to be, Power BI. Okay. So we're going to be using Power BI for today's class. All right. We're going to be using Power BI for today's class. Okay. So all I want you to do for this session today, guys, the thing I want you to do for this session today is literally just to sit back and relax and listen. That's what I want you to do. Right? Sit back, relax, and listen. That's all I want you to do. All right? Because this is the first time I'm probably going to be taking this kind of, you're going to be seeing something like this. So if you try to practice that alongside with me, you might be lost. Okay? So all I want you to do is sit back, relax, and listen. That's all. I would explain every single thing I'm going to do in class today. I will explain it. Now, if you have questions, no doubt, this is your first time looking at this. All right. If you have any question, just relax, take a pen, jot it down. Okay. And at the end of the session, you can ask your questions. You can actually ask questions at the end of the session. Of during the session, I might not be able to take questions during the session itself. So all I want from you is sit back, relax, and listen. So, like I said, the materials will be provided to you at the end of the session. Okay. So when you get the recording, you would also get the material. And I've done, what I've done is to make the materials as explanatory as possible. And I'll also make the recording, like the session we're having today, as relatable as possible. All right. So, step one, in order for you to take on this particular project, you need Power BI. In order for you to work on this particular project, you need Power BI. All right. Don't worry, just sit back and yes, don't worry, sit back, relax, lie down, just listen. All I want from you is listen to listen. That's all I want from you. All right. So the first step is to download and install Power BI. So now you see it here, a link has been provided for you. Click here to watch. Okay. So there's a video here that I have created, all right, to show you how to download and install Power BI. Okay. So I'll bring in the video, you'll see it here. So you see me here, all right? All right. So once you click on that link, it's going to take you to our YouTube channel. You should subscribe to our YouTube channel also. We have wonderful tutorial videos and all that in there. Okay. So I would walk you through the steps to take in order for you to download Power BI. All right. So once you get the materials, you get the recording, you can go ahead to, to download. You can go ahead to download Power BI. Okay. That's okay. All right. So once you download Power BI, the next thing you need to do is, the data set we're going to be working with today. So click here to download the data set. Click here to download the data set. So click here to download the data set. So once you click here to download, it would go straight into your download folder. So I just clicked on it. So I'm going to show you where it is in my download folder. Okay. So in my download folder, you see it here. All right, so this is it here. This is the data set, Swift Stores. Swift Stores, that's the name of the business. So this is the data set we're going to be working with today. All right, so I would show you more about the case study. All right, about the case study we're working on today. So step one, download Power BI. That's step one. All right, step two, download the data sets. Okay, now let's talk about the case study we're dealing with today. All right. So, we're looking at financial analytics. Okay. So now this, like I said, is a real life business. All right. Yes, their name has been adjusted. The name of the business has been adjusted. All right. But it's an actual business. Okay. So now, the name of the business is Swift Stores. Okay, they're a prominent retail chain company operating in Nigeria. Okay, and they were established in 2010. If you read more about them, you probably get to know them, but that's your own. You can guess, you can keep guessing. Okay, all right. The company prides itself, on providing what on providing high quality merchandise at competitive prices, but backed by exceptional customer service. All right. But you see, the key problem here is they have a problem, financial analytics problem. They have a financial analytics problem. Okay. Now, let me read this for you. The CEO, while visionary and strategically inclined, lacks real time access to essential financial data. Okay. So the CEO, look at, let me avoid reading the slides. Okay. So since I worked on the project, let me make it clear. Let me bring it closer and then let me get you to understand a little bit better. All right. So the CEO, they sell products, okay, merchandise, okay, phones, laptop charger. They sell quite a number of things, okay, to customers across Nigeria. All right. But they had a particular issue, okay. The CEO doesn't know what is happening. Okay. So in near real time, the CEO does not know what product is selling the most in Lagos. Doesn't know what is happening in Kaduna. Doesn't know what is happening in Sokoto. All right. So it's usually at the end of the month, okay, they do a report. Okay. It's at the end of the month, they usually, find out, they do a report to find out, what product is moving in this particular state, what is the profit margin, what is the profit, what is this, what is that, all those financial terms, all the things that we're looking for, in order to track performance for each product or for each region, they need, it has to wait to the end of the month for them to find out this particular issue. All right. So that was the main particular issue they were facing. Okay, so the CEO was very, it was a bit, it was challenging because if a product is not doing well, okay, what is the essence of it's why do you keep stocking up that particular product in that particular region over a long period of time? If over time you find out that this product does not move in this region, why do you keep stocking up in that particular region? Why do you keep making a loss on that product in that region over time? Do you understand? So, and this was the major issue. Every time everybody just goes out, stock up, different products and so on and so forth. And they come back to find out that this product is not moving in this region. Meanwhile, that product is moving fast in another region. So why not just, move those products to the next region that does very well in order for you to make, optimal sales from all the products that you have. All right. So, like I said, the key issues, there were three key issues. Limited visibility was number one. All right. So the CEO lacks immediate access to crucial financial metrics such as sales revenue, cost of goods sold, profit margin from individual stores and region. So, like I said, there was limited visibility. So the CEO wants to know what's happening in Lagos. Okay, the CEO would likely have to wait till the end of the month so that everybody will do their reports. Okay, in order for them to see what is happening. And it's too late. Why do you have to wait till the end of the month to get like a monthly performance review? Why do you need to wait till the end of the month? That's where financial analytics will help out. Okay. And we'll talk about that very shortly. Now, like I said, delayed reporting is number two. Financial reports are generated on a monthly basis. So if something is not working out, you have to wait a month to actually find out. Do you know how frustrating that can be? You're operating in a business, all right? You're operating a business in 2023, and yet you want to wait till the end of the month to find out financial metrics for that particular business. That is absolutely frustrating, all right? People are currently working on real-time data. Okay, the what do you call it? The retail chain landscape is very competitive, very competitive. To the extent that you have to wait for a month to find out why certain things are happening is very, very challenging to work with. All right. So when your competitors are doing maybe near real time or even not real time analytics, the CEO can be in China today and can see exactly what's happening across all the regions in Nigeria or even in West Africa. Meanwhile, you own the business, with the same competitor, all right, that you're competing with, all right, and you're waiting to the end of the month. Meanwhile, the competitor is seeing it almost near real time. Do you understand? That's the way challenging, very challenging. So that was another financial analytics issue, okay, in terms of reporting. Now, regional disparity is another critical issue. All right, different states and regions have varying customer behavior. Like I mentioned earlier, the product can be selling in Abuja, all right, can be selling perfectly in Abuja. But that same product in Akure will not be doing very well, those states. All right, will not be doing perfect, will not be doing well. Okay. So you see, regions have varying customer behavior, product preferences, and economic conditions. Without a clear financial overview, it is challenging to address these disparities effectively. So you see, these are the things, these are just three amongst the most challenging things this business was going through. Okay. So imagine you own a business. You don't have visibility of your sales revenue. You don't know anything about your cost. You don't know anything about your profit. You have to wait till the end of the month to find out these particular metrics. You have to wait till the end of the month to find it out. That's the lead reporting. Now, the next part is regional disparity. Some products are not moving in a particular region. You have to wait till the end of the month to find that out. So you see, these are major issues businesses are facing. Financial analytics issue. You are a financial analyst, and financial analysts. Let me ask you guys: if you are working in any organization, how often do you do your reporting? Let me ask you guys: how often do you prepare your report? Daily, weekly, monthly? Let me see. Any kind of report. Okay. Financial analytics work as a sales engineer. Sort of, yeah. Peter said yearly. You need this. Oh, I do daily reports. Okay. So I'm very sure majority of the daily reports you do, though some of them will be very manual. All right. So you have to get to the office, spend another 2-3 hours to prepare those kind of reports. Anyways, it will still talk about that. Some people weekly, all right, and so on. Don't worry, you'll get the data set. Don't worry, don't stress yourself with that. Okay. All right. So some of you do it daily, some of you do it weekly, some of you do it quarterly, so on and so forth. But all this is very challenging. What we need is near real time, not even daily, not at the end of the day. Even near, how can you make it as quick as possible? Near real time. So it can be updated every hour, every 2 hours, and so on and so forth. But that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. Okay, so let's get started. Let me show you what we're going to do today. Let me show you the end results. All right, I'll show you the end results, but it's just a very simple dashboard, nothing too fancy. All right. So this is what we're going to be working on today. I'm going to show you this is the dashboard we are going to be working on today. Okay. But now it's a simple dashboard, okay, which that shows you the different regions in Nigeria. Okay. But now what makes it a bit more interesting is what we call the tooltip. Okay. So if I hover around a particular state, so all the bigger the bigger the circle, it means they're making more profit. The smaller the circle, they're making less profit. Okay. All right. The bigger the circle, they're making more profit. The lesser the circle, the smaller the circle, they're making lesser profit. Okay. So now you see a state like Lagos State, this big circle here, Lagos, this is Abuja, this is Bauchi actually, and this is Borno. So you see, if I want to see their performance, okay, now the circle means that Lagos State is doing very well, correct? So if I over around Lagos, I get another another dashboard that tells me financial metrics on Lagos State. So I know Lagos State is doing well in terms of profit. I can see the circle is very big. I can see the circle is very big. Now I can actually just over around Lagos and I can see the financial metrics. I can see the total quantity sold. I could see the total cost, total revenue, total profit. All right, profit margin. I could see all the trend I could see the trend of profit over time from 2015 January to 2016. I could see when they started making profit. I could see all the things. I could see the top performing products. So I could see they sell a lot of keyboard wristwatches in Lagos. All right, and so on. But let's take a look at another state, another smaller state. Let's say Sokoto. All right. So you see in Sokoto, you didn't make a lot of profit in Sokoto, okay? But so this is exactly what we're looking at. So you can actually see near real time what products are moving, the top 5 products that are moving in each region. All right. And you could actually do more, but like I said, this is a very simple dashboard that we should be able to do within the next 1 hour. So you see how you can actually deploy this within your own organization. All right. So let's quickly do this. Okay. We're just going to minimize this and move this to the side. Okay. All right. So I'll start a new dashboard. So I'll walk you through how you can build your own dashboard, how you could build your own report essentially. All right. So all you need to do is open up Power BI, okay, a blank page, blank nothing, okay, a blank page. So this is a new Power BI file, okay, and Power BI doesn't come with any data. Power BI doesn't come with any data, okay. So you see here, once you click on this button here, okay, this button here is called data, all right, on the top right, you see you haven't loaded any data yet. So you see there's a button here, get data. So the way Power BI works, let me explain it to you. Okay. Power BI works with what we call based on the particular framework, which is called ETL. Okay. Power BI works on this particular I would say framework. Okay. ETL. E stands for what? Let me see the people. Let me see if anybody can try this. E stands for what? E stands for export. No, extract. Okay. All right. E stands for extract. Okay. E stands for extract. T stands for transform. Okay. And L stands for load. Okay. Extract, transform, and load. So you see here, over here, you don't have any data. You don't have any data yet inside Power BI. So the first thing you need to do is to extract data. Okay, you need to extract data. So you see, you can extract data from where? You can see import data from Excel. You can import data from SQL Server. You could paste from a blank table, try sample data, and so on and so forth. So you can get data from Excel. All right. You can get data from an SQL server. All right. You could get data from different sources within your organization. Okay. So, the first thing you need to do, like I said, you need to extract the data. You need to extract the data. All right. So you see, our data currently is in Excel. Okay. And let me show you. So I downloaded it earlier and I showed you. So this is our data, Swift stores. I'm going to open it up. Okay. I'm going to open it up so you can actually see the data. Okay. So this is the data, right? So we have the date. Okay, let me make it bigger so you can see it better and zoom in. All right. So we have date. All right. So we have the date the transaction was placed. So each line is a transaction. Each line is a transaction. All right. So we see the date the transaction was placed, the customer age. So the customer age, the person that initiated that transaction, how old was the customer? So this particular customer was 29 years old. This one was 29 years old. And this one was 19 years old. This one was 18 years old, so on and so forth. Okay. We have the customer gender. So we know the customer age, we know the customer gender, we know the state where the person placed the transaction. Okay. The state where the person placed the transaction. All right. Country is Nigeria. Okay. The product category, you see accessory, clothing, and so on. Then we have a subcategory. Okay. So you can see accessory, we have keyboard. All right. Accessory, we also have wristwatch. Accessory, we have different products under accessories. We have keyboard, we have laptop charger, we have earpiece, we have quite a number of products that they sell. Okay. Under clothing, there you can see a polo t-shirt. So under clothing, there are quite a number of clothes. They have jersey, they have quite a number of things that they sell under clothing. Okay. Under accessory, we have keyboard, we have wristwatch, we have iPhone charger, we have laptop charger, and so on and so forth. All right. So, like I said, each line is a transaction. Each line is a transaction. So this is one transaction. This is another transaction. This is another transaction. This is another transaction. So this particular transaction happened on the 19th of February, 2016. You see the date is here. All right. The customer that initiated this transaction was 29 years old. This customer was a female. The state was in Abia State in Nigeria. Accessory, and the person bought a keyboard. So now this person bought one keyboard. All right. We'll talk about the unit cost and the unit price later. Those are like the key financial metrics we're going to be working with. Okay. All right. So we have the unit cost and we have the unit price. So we're going to explore that in the next second. Okay. But essentially, this is the business data. This is the business data. And this currently is about what? 34,000 rows. 24,000 rows of data. Okay. So it's not too bad. It's not much at all. All right. So we would work with it. Okay. So this is 34,000 transactions. All right. That we're going to be working with. Okay. So I'm going to close this file. Okay. I'm going to close this file. Won't save. Okay. All right. So now, like I said, the data currently, this is the data. So you will see it here, Swift stores. Okay. And you see it here, Microsoft Excel CSV, comma separated value file. So always, whenever you want to bring in your data, whenever you want to bring in data into Power BI, always confirm the type of the data. Always confirm the type of the file. Okay, always confirm the type of the file. So you see here, Microsoft Excel, comma separated value file. So that basically means what? This comma separated value file, this comma, it basically means what? CSV. That's what it stands for. CSV. That's what it stands for. Comma separated value. That's what it stands for. CSV. All right. So we're going to be bringing, obviously with that, we need to go into Power BI. Okay. So you can either click here, get data. Okay. You can click here. You could also click here where you see get data. All right. You could click anywhere, honestly speaking. Okay. So if I click the drop down, you see this arrow pointing down and you see text/CSV. text/CSV. Oh, yeah, text. All right. So you go with text/CSV. That's what you're going to be working with because the file itself is CSV. All right, comma separated value file. All right. So I'm going to click on text/CSV. I'm going to go to my download folder because that's where it is. I'm going to click on the file and I'm going to do what? Open. So I'm going to do it one more time. Okay. I'm going to do it one more time. So you, when you are working on it by yourself, you'll be able to do the same thing. So click the drop down. All right. You'll see text/CSV. Click on that. All right. Navigate to where the data is. Okay. Navigate to where the data is. Mine currently is in the download folder. I'll go to downloads. You'll see the data set. Click stores. Click on it and click on open. All right. Click on open. Now, this is what we call the extraction phase. So, like, remember, okay, remember that when we started, we said it is E, T, and L. So the first thing here is the extraction phase, okay? That's the first thing we're doing, extract the data. So the data was in that CSV file, and we need to bring it into Power BI. The data was in where? In that CSV file, in that Excel file. Let's just put it that way. Okay. But now we needed to extract the data. Power BI does not have any data inside. Okay. So the data exists in that CSV file, and we wanted to extract it from that. We wanted to get the data from that particular CSV file. So that's the first thing we did to extract. So this is exactly what it is. All right. So that's the extraction process. Okay. So we've extracted the data. You see, the next thing is to what? Transform the data. All right. The next thing is to transform the data. So you see it here, transform data. All right. So this is step two, and this here, you see the last one, load. Okay. So extract the data, transform the data, then load the data. Step three. Okay. Step three. Step one, to extract. Step two, transform. Step three, load the data. All right. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. All right. So, what's the next thing you're going to do? Transform the data. Okay. So, transforming the data, yeah, when you're transforming the data, basically when they say transforming, okay, so when you say the initial E that we add in it, when you say ETL, all right, E, E for extract, E to extract the data, okay, extract the data. T to transform the data, transform, okay, transform the data. So this transformation here is basically when you say you are trying to clean the data, all right, clean the data set, okay. So as a financial analytics professional, you should be able to clean the data set, all right. You should be able to handle what we call missing data, okay. You should be able to handle what we call missing data, okay. Duplicate data, all right, duplicate data. All right. What else? Okay. Inconsistencies, or what we call incorrect data. All right. Incorrect. All right. Data, and so on and so forth. So when you say transforming the data, this and more is what you will be doing in the transformation stage. All right. So you need to know how to clean the data, handle missing data, how to handle duplicate data, incorrect data, so on and so forth. So the financial analytics professional is that person that will do all that, okay? That will do all that essentially. All right. So we won't be doing any more. We won't for this particular project, we won't be doing a lot of transformation. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead to close and apply. So come to the top left corner and you see close and apply. All right, close and apply. Okay. So you see now it's loading the data. Okay. So ETL has been done and dusted. That ETL process has been done and dusted. So we needed to extract the data first. We needed to transform the data. Then we loaded the data. So now you see now when I click on this data now, you see I have the data Swift stores currently in my Power BI. So in order for you to get data into Power BI, it's that simple process. It is that simple process of what we call ETL. ETL. Extract the data, transform the data, then load data. And that's why you see this now. We have our data sitting pretty inside of Power BI. Okay. All right. So that's basically what you call extract, transform, and load. So now, okay, let's do a little bit of calculations and visualization. Okay. So this is our data. You can see it here, the date, customer age, customer gender, the state, the country, all the things that was in Excel. And now the good thing is, the good thing, or I'll say, is the data is still there. Nothing happened to the data. Nothing is wrong. Nothing happens to the data. So if I open the data is still intact. Nothing, like nothing has happened to it. Nothing. The data is still there. It's still there intactly. So the beauty of Power BI is it just came Power BI just came into the file and extracted the data. So the data is still there. Okay, it's not like an orange juice. When you extract the juice from the orange, it's only the shafts that remain. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so a lot of people feel like when you perform the extraction process from the data, you feel like the file will be empty. No, it doesn't take the file. It doesn't empty the file. All right. What does it do? It just extracts the data and keeps the original data still there intactly. All right. Okay. So all you need to, I would close this. I don't need it because I've extracted the data I need to work with. So I don't need it anymore. All right. I don't need it. Okay. So, so I have all the data in Power BI now. So I honestly don't. That will just be there, okay, for reference purposes and for refresh purposes, okay. So the date, the customer age, customer gender, the state, the product category, the subcategory, the quantity purchased. All right. So these people bought two keyboard, the unit cost and the unit price. So now let me explain quantity, unit cost, and unit price. So people that might not know exactly what this means, let me explain it a little bit better. All right. So let's take an example. Okay. So this is, let's say, let me draw a perfect. Let's say this is let me say this is let me pick somebody's name. This is Elijah. Okay. All right. So this is Elijah. Okay. Elijah, all right. Elijah is selling. All right. Elijah wants to sell let's say bags. Okay. Elijah wants to sell bags. So Elijah goes to AliExpress. Okay. AliExpress. Okay. To buy pick bags. Okay. To buy bags in bulk. Okay. So Elijah bought 10 bags. Okay. Bought 10 bags at the rate of what? $2. Okay. At the rate of $2. Okay. So Elijah buys the bag from AliExpress. Elijah bought 10 bags, okay, at $2 per bag. Okay, so one bag cost $2, okay, and Elijah bought 10 of them. Okay, all right. So if I want to calculate now, okay, in this particular situation, what is the quantity? Let me see you guys. How many quantity did Elijah purchase? Let me see. Let me test you guys. How was the quantity? What's the total quantity of Elijah's purchase? 10. Fantastic. Okay. Elijah bought 10 bags. Okay. Now let's take a look at it. Now, what is the total cost? All right. What is the total cost? Okay. For Elijah. What is the total cost? What is so one bag cost $2 and he bought 10. Okay, $20. I think I need to be giving out, price for people that are getting my questions. All right. I'll get there, don't worry. So the total cost, Elijah bought 10 bags, all right. And one bag costs $2. So 10 times 2 will give me what? $20. So Elijah's total cost was $20. Okay. So in terms of sales, Elijah needs to sell these bags, okay, to make profits. Okay. So Elijah brings that same 10 bags, okay. And now instead of selling it for $2, okay, Elijah sells it for $10. Okay. All right. Elijah is selling each bag for $10. Okay. So now our total revenue, okay, total revenue, all right, would be equals to 10 multiplied by 10 to give me what? 100. Okay, so total revenue would be $100. Okay, all right. So Elijah's total revenue would be $100. Okay, total cost is $20. All right, total revenue is 100. So now, what will be Elijah's profit? What will be Elijah's profit? Let me see you guys. $80. Fantastic. Elijah's profit is very simple. That would be total revenue, which is $100, minus total cost, which is $20. So that would be 100 minus $20 to give me $80. So he's making a profit of $80. You guys are, I think, I've been taking this class for a very long time, and I would say you guys have been absolutely awesome, to be honest. You guys, I like the way you're interacting. It's very good. So definitely help. All right. So you see this quantity that we have here, quantity. Okay, the quantity we have here, this is it here. It's the same quantity that we have. Okay, unit cost. Okay, unit cost. That's the cost price. So the $2 that we have here is what we have here, the unit cost. Okay, unit cost. Pardon my boxes. Okay, now unit price. This is what we have here, unit price. Okay, so let me erase this so I can get more space. Okay, so this is exactly what we have here. All right, so we have the unit, we have the quantity. So you see this particular transaction, all right, this person bought keyboard, two keyboards. Okay, the business purchased it, let's say from AliExpress for $14. Okay, the business bought it at the rate of $14. The cost of that particular product, of this particular keyboard, is $14. What they are selling it, you see, this is the selling price. Okay, the unit price is the selling price. They are selling it for $16.5. All right. So meaning that they're making what? A profit on this particular transaction. What's the profit they're making on this transaction? Let me see, guys. What's the profit they're making on this transaction? 2.5. So they're making about $2.05 on this transaction, on just one transaction. They're making a profit of $2.5 on that particular transaction. All right. So that's exactly what we're looking for. So now let's do our calculation. We've used our hand to manually do the calculation. Okay. So let's use Power BI to perform this calculation. Okay. Let's use Power BI to calculate, to do our calculation. So what you want to do is click on data view, table view. Okay. You'll see new column. All right. So once you click on table view, you would see column tools. Click on column tools. You would see new column. All right. And a new column would be created. Now you would need to write a formula. All right. You would need to write a formula. Okay. So now I want to calculate my cost. All right. I want to calculate cost. So this particular person purchased two keyboard. Okay. This person bought two keyboard. But one keyboard, the cost of one keyboard is $14. All right. Now, what will be the cost, the total cost for this particular, what will be the formula for this? For me to get the cost, what would I calculate? This person bought two keyboards. All right. You can see two keyboard, the quantity is two. But the unit cost, one cost of one keyboard is $14. All right. But this person bought two. So that is two times, that's $28. All right. So that will be quantity exactly. So you can get it 14 multiplied by 2. So that is quantity, all right, multiplied by, all right, quantity multiplied by unit cost. Okay. You see it here? Quantity is 2, unit cost is 14. So 14 multiplied by 2 will give me the cost for this particular transaction. So the cost price, so we as a business, this business, Swift Store, all right, to complete this order, this quantity, to complete this order, two quantities of keyboard, we incur the cost of $28 on that transaction. So we are buying it from maybe a third party in China, in India. I don't know where we're buying it from. Anywhere across the world, we incur a cost to buy that product. Okay, this is the cost of we buying the product. Okay, so we bought two of this keyboard at the rate of 14 what? At the rate of $14. All right, means that we spent a total of $28 in order for us to fulfill this transaction. All right. So now let's look at revenue. We've looked at cost. Let's take a look at revenue. Okay, let's take a look at revenue. Now, for revenue, what would revenue be? Let me see, guys. Let me see people that are following me. Now, maybe this is where I'll start taking down people's name. Okay, what would be our total revenue? Anybody? So we have our quantity and we have our unit price, correct? So what will be our what the cost of the product is $14. So we buying it from AliExpress or we buying it from a third party. We're buying it at 14, but we are selling at 16. Okay, we're selling at 16. Okay, exactly. So that would be unit price. All right, unit price. Okay, multiplied by our what? Quantity. Okay, unit price multiplied by quantity. That's 33. You guys are doing well. All right, unit price multiplied by quantity. So that will give me 33. So you see, we incurred the cost of $28, but we sold it. That same two keyboard that we incurred $28. All right, we sold it at 33. So you see, this is the interesting part about finance, okay? All right, because money is what we should be tracking for business. Because without money, okay, if you're making a loss, okay, the business is not going to survive. Okay, all right. So you see the quantity just by looking at the quantity, the unit price, and the unit cost and unit price, we have derived the cost, the total cost of that transaction, and the revenue. So for this keyboard, this person bought two keyboards. We incurred the cost of $28 and we generated a revenue of $33. So now, if we want to know if we made profits on that transaction, if we want to know if we made profits or loss on that transaction, so it's possible. It's very possible that we made loss on the transaction. It is very, very possible. Okay. So if we want to know if we made profit or loss, what would be the calculation for this? Can everybody try? Exactly. So we incurred revenue. That would be revenue. Okay. Revenue minus our costs. Okay, revenue minus cost. Revenue minus cost. All right, and I'll press enter. Okay, revenue minus cost. When you get it, see. So for this transaction, now we made $5 on this transaction. So this person on the 4th of February, this person is 45 years old, a male customer in Lagos, Nigeria, purchased two keyboards. All right, the cost price was 14, the unit cost was $14 per keyboard. All right, so we incurred a total cost of $28 on this transaction, but we generated $33. So we made a $5 gain on that transaction. This one we made $14 gain. Okay, so we incurred the cost of $87, but we sold it at $101. All right, meaning that we got a profit of $14. All right, but some transactions, you see, if I click the drop down, you see some transactions are negative. All right, some transactions are negative. So meaning that we made a loss on some transaction. All right, so let's take a look at one of them. Let's take a look at one of the loss transaction. All right, so this one was August 2015, 31 years old customer, male customer in Mayosa. All right, this person bought an Infinix phone. All right, just one. Okay, so the cost was 2,000. The unit cost is 2,300, but we sold it at 1,004. All right, so maybe we had a discount running at that point in time. Okay, and that's the reason why we had a loss on that transaction. It could be anything. Do you understand? But we might need extra information in order for us to deduce what happened. Okay, why did we have a loss on this transaction? We might need to find out later. Okay, so okay, all right. So I'm going to clear all filters. Okay, So you see, this is everything. So quantity, the unit cost, the unit price. So we've calculated our cost, our revenue, and the profit per transaction. We now know if we made a profit on a transaction or if we made a loss on the transaction. Okay. All right. So moving on to the next thing, okay? I'm gonna go back to my dashboard, okay? And let me create my first dashboard, okay? So I'll call this um, I'll rename this to, I'll rename this, right click, and you see rename page, rename it. I'll rename it to full map, full map, full map view. Okay, full map view. So this first page will be my full map view. Okay, so like we had earlier. Okay, just let me show you again. Okay, so this is the full, like the full map for Nigeria. Okay, so I can see all the places where we're making sales and all that, all the state locations and all that. Okay, so I want that. This is what I want to put over here. Okay, so on the top, you'll see all the visualizations, okay? All visualization, bar chart, line chart, waterfall chart, pie donut chart, map. You see map, that's what we're looking for. So currently I need the field map. I need a field map, okay? Field map, click on it, and I would extend it to cover the whole screen, the whole dashboard, okay? So under location, I'll click add data, okay? And you see in my data, all right, in my data, there's a column called state. So when the transaction took place, this was in Lagos State. If I scroll down, you see all the states in Nigeria, they're all there. All right. So if I click the drop down, you see Abia. Some transactions were in Abia, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bauchi, Bayelsa, so on and so forth. So there's different transactions that happen across different states in Nigeria. All right. So now, if I click my data source, so in my data, there is a column called state. So if I go back to my visualization and I go to location, all I need to is to select that state locate that state, the state. All right, the column that has all the states where the transaction took place. I'll click on it. And now you see it here. Okay, you see it? Boom. All right, let me take the first one. Sorry, I'll take the first one. Yeah, this is a lot better. All right. So I'll take the first one. So I'm using the map, just the general map view. Okay. So you see now, it's just giving me circles, identifying that these are the states. So if I hover my mouse around it, it's just telling me the states. Kogi states. This is Kogi. This is Ekiti. This is Kaduna. All right. This is Gombe. Okay. So let me see some people. Let me see location. Location wise, some people, we have people in Lagos. You see it here, Lagos State. Is there anybody from Ogun State currently on the call? Let's see where you are. Anybody in Ogun State? All right, nobody. Okay, so we have, Edo State, we have Kogi State, we can see Federal Capital Territory. Okay, oh, we have one person in the house. That's good. All right, we have Niger. You say all the states are there, but it's just identifying the states. Okay, okay, Ogun is here. Okay, no problem. It's good to have you guys on board. All right, so you see that currently it is just identifying the states, nothing interactive just yet. Okay, all right, nothing interactive just yet. Okay. So what we now want to do now, yeah, we need to do a report. We are doing a report. The CEO says that what's the first thing the CEO said? The CEO is saying that they have a limited view, all right, limited view of their reporting channel. So you see, limited visibility. The CEO lacks immediate access to crucial financial metrics, such as sales revenue. So in this particular, I want to be able to see the total sales in Lagos State. I want to see the sales in Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. I want to see the sales in Kogi State. I want to see the sales in Para, Sokoto, Castina, so on and so forth. All right. So the CEO wants to see crucial financial metrics such as sales revenue, cost of goods sold, and profit margin, okay, and profit margin, and so on and so forth. All right. So this is the first thing that we want to. This is the first thing that we want to deal with. Okay, limited visibility. So we want to design a report that will give the CEO the ability to look at the whole states at a glance and then pick out each state and see what is happening in each state. All right. So I'm going to create another table. I'll create another page. So click the plus sign to create a new page. All right. And I'll rename it to, I'll call this state analysis. Okay. State reports. I'll call it state reports. Okay. All right. Now we need to define key metrics, financial metrics. Okay. Sales revenue, cost, profit margins, and so on and so forth. Okay. So what we want to do first of all is we need to get the first metric I want to calculate is my total cost. My total cost. Fit it together. So I want to sum up, this one now is one transaction, this is another transaction, this is another transaction, this is another transaction, this is another transaction. So these are all individual transactions. All right. Now I want to sum up everything together. I want to sum the total. I want to have one that would add everything together as total cost. So let's say everybody on the call, okay, Wahid spent 5 naira, Adeni spent 5 naira, Morga just spent 5 naira, Priscilla spent 5 naira. Okay, that's individual spend. But now when you add everything up together, it now becomes 20 naira. So basically all of you spent 20 naira. So, what we want to do now is I want to add this column, all the costs for all the transaction in Lagos, Abuja, the total cost. I want to add all what we call the total cost. All right. So I would right click on this particular, you see this on the end on the data here. Okay. I would right click. Okay. I will right click on this, and you see measure. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be creating a measure. All right. So I'm going to click on that, click on new measure. All right. So this will be total cost. So I want to know the total cost. I don't want to be looking at each line of transaction. I want to find out what is my total cost? How much did we spend in total? All right. What is the total of everything together? So basically, it means that I want to sum sum what? I want to sum up the cost, the cost column, this column here called cost column. I want to sum up everything. Okay, sum it up together, everything together. Okay, and I'll press enter. Okay, so now with this formula, see this total cost here. All right, the total cost I have here is summing up the entire column. This entire cost column is summing it up together. It sums everything up together. Okay, so I'll do the same thing for revenue. I want to know my total revenue. Okay, new measure. So I'll call this total. Who will tell me the formula for this one now? Who will tell me the total? What will be what will be the formula for this? Okay, let me see. So I want to get the total sum of not total price. No, I want to get a sum of what? I want to get the sum of revenue. Okay, so it will be the sum. Okay, of the revenue column. Okay, so I want to get the total revenue. I have gotten total cost. Okay, I want to get total revenue. Okay, so click on revenue and I'll close the bracket. So now, like I said, each of these transactions, okay, let me explain it. Maybe you guys are not understanding it perfectly. Okay, each of these costs, this is my cost. This is the cost I spent. So what we have done for this cost, what did we do to get this cost? And all right, what did we do to get this cost? This person bought two keyboards. Okay. All right. This person bought two keyboards. All right. The cost price for one keyboard. What's the cost price for one keyboard? $14. All right. So when you say that one keyboard is $14, so meaning that if you buy two, all right, that will be what? $28. Okay. That's my total cost on this particular transaction. And that's the same thing we did for every other transaction we have here. But now this is individual transactions. These are individual transactions. This is 28. This is 87. This is 135. This is 50. This is 75. So now, if I now ask you, what is my total cost? What is my total cost? Okay. All right. It means that sum up everything together, add everything together in this column. It will give me my total cost. So that is basically sum, okay, of total cost. Okay. So the same thing for revenue. That's why we have sum of the column, that column, the entire column. All right. Sum up the revenue column, sum up everything together. It will now give you maybe 20 million or 35 million or whatever it is. All right. So that's exactly what we're trying to do. All right. So the next and last one we're going to do, right click, measure. It will be my total profit or loss, total profit. So we can either make a profit or a loss on the transaction. Okay. Okay. So it will be the sum, sum of the profit column. So each of these transactions, we made $5 on this one, we made $14 on this one, we made $28 on this, we made $12 on this. All right. So if I sum up that entire profit or loss column, okay, profit or loss column, and I close the brackets and I press enter, this will give me what? The total profit or loss. So you see the three of them here: total cost, total profit or loss, and total revenue. Total cost, total profit or loss, and total revenue. All right. So what we're going to do now is to display it, because the CEO wants to see it. All right. Wants to see it. All right. So that's what we want to show the CEO. So let me bring in what the first visualization, which is called a card. Okay. You see it here? Card. Okay. The one that has 1, 2, 3. All right. This one here. That's the first thing I'll bring in. So now this card, okay, this card is basically, if I click on total cost, I'll click on it. All right. You'll see field, add data, click on it, and I will add my total cost. So the cost, the total cost involved, the total cost that this business has incurred is 20 million, about 20 million. Okay. So I can copy, I'll create another card. Okay. I'll drag it down here. Okay. And I'll bring in what? I'll bring in my total revenue. Okay. So we incurred a cost of 20 million. Okay. We generated a revenue of 22 million. So looking at this, what will be our profits? Let me see the people that are following me. Let me see. Total cost was 20 million. Okay. Total revenue was 22 million. Can anybody guess what our profit will be? Yeah, about 2.2 million ish. Okay. All right. So if I bring in another card now, I bring in another card and I add my profit, total profit. You see now this is 2.26 million. All right. Fantastic. So that's 2.26 million. 2.26 million. So now I want to do something very interesting, and I want you guys to just, I've not started designing. I'm just showing you, all right, exactly what's happening. So you see, these are the three key metrics. So I know the total cost, I know the total revenue, and I know the profit or the loss on, the total profit or loss. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here, click on formats. Okay. All right. Okay. Page information, page type, I'll change it to tooltip. Okay. I'll change it to tooltip. Okay. I'll go back to the first dashboard. Okay. Page information. I'll change it to, no, not for page information. I'll click on the dashboard, on this particular dashboard. I'll click on the dashboard. Okay. I'll click on size and style. Okay. No, properties, tooltip, and I'll change it to, instead of page, I'll link it to the state report. Okay. I'll link it to the state report. Now, what I've done, that simple process I've done, okay? If I now click, if I hover my mouse around Lagos, you see, I can now see the total cost I incurred in Lagos. I can see the total revenue in Lagos, and I can see the profit in Lagos. All right? If I go to a state like, let's say this state here, okay? Now I don't know the states just yet. I will do all the states for you, okay? But this is just taking it one step at a time. So this particular state, all right, that's like Kebbi. I think that should be Kebbi State, okay? Kebbi State, we incurred a cost of $39 on that particular state. We generated a revenue of 37, meaning that in that state we are making a loss. I can see it outrightly. okay, that we are making a loss in our state. If I move to a state like this is another state, all right? All right. Now we incurred a cost of 1.2 million. We generated revenue of 1.3. We're making a profit of 98,000, which is not too bad. All right. So, anyways, this is now, we're still going to make it more dynamic, like I've said. Okay. All right. My CEO. All right. So let's make it more dynamic to show some other metrics. Okay. So this is total cost. This is total revenue. Okay. All right. Okay, so another thing I want to calculate is, let me just add, I want to add borders. Okay, I like working with borders. Okay, so I'm going to click, when you click on this, you click on format. Okay, size and style, you change it to visual border. Okay, once I've done it for the first one, I don't need to stress myself. I will just click on it. So once I've done the design for the first one, I've applied the border. You see this line border around the card. That's exactly what I want then. So once I've created it for the first one, you will notice the other two, they don't have it. The other two don't have borders. Okay, only this one has. So I'll click on the one that has, okay, click on Format Painter, and I'll click on this one. You'll see this one now has a border. I'll click on this one, I'll Format Painter, and click on this one. All right. So I just needed the border, that's all. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is profit margin. Another metric I want to calculate is profit margin. Profit margin. All right, profit margin. So does anybody know how to calculate profit margin here? Let me see. Does anybody know how to calculate profit margin? Let's see. So we generated a cost. Our revenue is 22 million, but out of this revenue, the profits, out of the revenue was 2.26. So how do you calculate revenue, profit margin? So how do you calculate profit margin? All right. So profit margin. Okay. So you generated what? Total revenue of 2.2. Profit margin, the calculation is very simple. It's basically your profit, okay? Okay, profit or loss, okay? All right, divided by your revenue. So in this scenario, it will be 2.26 million, all right, divided by 22.34 million. All right, so to give you your profit margin, this will give you your profit margin. I usually like to put it in percentage, so I see it. Okay, all right, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing for profit margin. So I want to see, what is my profit margin like? Okay, in general. So I'll come back to my data, right click, I'll click on new measure. Okay, and this will be, let me zoom in so you can see it better. I'll call it profit margin. Profit margin. Okay. So profit margin equals to, all right. I will type in my total profit or loss. Okay. Total. Okay. Total profit or loss divided by total revenue divided by total revenue, and you press enter. Okay. Total profit or loss divided by total revenue. That's your profit margin. Okay. So what I'm going to do is click on that profit margin. Okay. Click on profit margin. Click on it here. Click on it. And you see percentage sign over here. I'm going to click on percentage. Okay. So I would insert another card. Okay. Add data, and I'll add profit margin. The profit margin I just calculated, I will add it. So my profit margin, my profit margin is 10 point what? 10%, about 10%, 10.12%. All right. So should we keep it in one digit or double digit? Let's see. All right. Should we keep it like this or should we leave it as single digits? Just 10, 15, 20. I think one single digit, double. I mean, like when I say single digit, means even though it's 1, 10, 1, 1 and 0. I just wanted to no decimal places. So let's just take out the decimal place essentially. So in order for you to take out the decimal place, click on profit margin. Okay. You'll see this is currently in 2 decimal places. Currently on the top here, 2 decimal. I'll just change it to 0 and I'll press enter. So currently profit margin is 10%. I'll copy format for this one, use it here to give me border. All right. So this is my key metrics for, state performance, financial performance. All right. So I'll do a quick one. I'll click on home text box. So over here, I'm going to write state financial, just like an header, financial analysis / product performance. Okay. All right. I'll select everything. I'll bold it. Bolding it. I would also increase the font size to like a 32. And I think this should be, 32 is too much. All right, maybe 24. All right, I'll drag it to the top here. I'll drag it to the top. Sorry. I'll drag it to the top. Limited size, format, and visual border. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do real quick is I will add the states. I'll bring in another card. Okay. And field would be states. I'll add the states. So now currently it's not dynamic. Okay. Don't worry. Currently it's just showing only Abia states. All right. But don't worry. You see, when I use it in the map, it will filter to wherever I go to. Okay. It will filter to wherever I go to. So if I go to the map now, okay, I go to the map, all right, and let's say I hover around this state. You see, this is Zamfara, okay? So in Zamfara now, you can see my profit margin is -4%, okay? I'm making the loss in that particular state, okay? So why should I continue? Or I need to call the person in Zamfara, the person in charge in Zamfara to find out, okay, Zamfara, we need to evaluate what's happening in that particular branch in Zamfara state, all right? So we could also do the same thing for this particular state to say, oh, we have a profit margin of 9% in Niger State. All right. Let's see another state. Let's see. We have a profit margin of 7%. All right. And you can see it across all the states. Okay. This is 22%. We have a profit margin of 22% in Benue State. It's massive. Let's even look at Lagos. Okay, Lagos is over here. Lagos' profit margin is 6%. Now let me show you something very interesting. Let me show you something very, very interesting. So if I click on the map, I click on my map, okay, all right, and I click on data, okay, or let's say give me a second, okay. Sorry, just gonna be 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. Okay. So if I click on the states, okay, I click on the states, all right. So you see bubble size. So currently you see all of them are the same size. All of them, all the states are currently the same size. So I want to determine the bubble size, okay? The bubble size. The bigger the bubble size, the bigger the profit. Okay? That's what I want to do at the moment. The bubble size, I want it to be dependent on the size of your profit. So if your profit is very small, the circle should be very small. The bubble size should be very small. All right. If your profit is big, your bubble size should be big. Do you understand? All right. So if I click on bubble size, add it. All right. And I click on profit, I created the total profit. Okay. We created a measure called total profit. So I'm going to click on total profit. And now you see the bigger the bubble size, all right? The bigger the bubble size, the bigger their profit. The smaller the bubble size, the smaller their profit. So you see here, a state like this small one, this one has a small circle here. If I hover my mouse around it, this is Plateau State. But you see, their profit margin is still 4%. They still have a profit margin of 4%. We might likely want to optimize it a lot better. Okay? So let's take a look at this state here. What state is this? River State, we're making a loss. We're making a loss, minus 8% profit margin in. All right. All right. So all you need to do is click on this where you see the bubble size. Okay. All you need to do is just add. Okay. All you need to do is add bubble size, and that's all you need to do. All right. So once you add the bubble size, you would be good to go. Okay. Sorry. So let me just click on profit. Okay. And that's it. So once you add the bubble size and you add profit to the bubble size, so the bigger the profit size, the bigger the profit. And the smaller the bubble, the you see this. So let's take a look at Lagos State quickly. Lagos State is 6% profit margin. Okay, 6%. So they have a very big profit. Okay, that's $393,000. Okay. But you see a state like this, okay, Benue State is not as big as Lagos, okay, but in terms of profit margin, they have more profit margin. So they generated a revenue of 714,000. But out of that 714, they made a profit of 154,000. All right. Same thing with every other state. Okay. So this one was 7% profit margin. You know, you can be looking at each state. This is 22%. This is also massive. All right, compared to any other state. Okay, so this is 8%. And let's see this particular small state here, minus 2%. All right, so let's finish up real quick. Let's finish up and add more, some other small visualization. Okay. All right, so the next thing I'm going to add is a line chart. I'm just going to add a line chart so that I can see the trend of profits over time. Okay, quickly. I'm just going to do that in the next few seconds. So I'm going to click on line charts. On my x-axis, I'm going to add my date. Okay, so my date, I'm going to add date to it. So I only want to see the year and the month. So just year and month is what I want. And the y-axis, I want to see my profit, my total profit. Okay. All right. So I'm going to drill down. You see this thing that is here. Click on it to drill down. So now I can see my profit, how I trended in profit over time. Okay. I can see the trend of profit from January 2015 to date, July 2016. All right. I can see the trend. Okay. I'm going to add my format. Okay. I don't need this title here. I don't need the title here. I don't need the title here. So I'm just going to take it out. All right. So click on this. Okay. Your x-axis, the title on the x-axis, take it out. The title on the y-axis, take it out. I don't need this. Okay. And bubbles, the visual border, I'm going to add a visual border, and that's it. Okay. So I can see the trend. So if I go back to my map, okay, and I go to, let's say this one now, you can see the trend of profit. Okay, I can see how the ups and the downs and so on and so forth. So I can see how they're trending in profit over time during the year. Okay, all right. And you can start to do any other thing you want to do in terms of, let's add profit by gender. Okay, profit by gender. Okay, so legend, I'm going to add gender, that's gender, customer gender. All right. And values, I'm going to add profit over there. I'm going to add total profit. Okay. I'm going to reduce it a bit. Okay. All right. Yeah, like I said, you get the recording, guys. You can't, you're not, when you get the recording and you try to do it yourself, you'll make sense. Okay. So it's the main class is a lot different than what we're doing here. All right. And that's why I said you should just sit back, relax, and just listen. All right. So you can see exactly what is happening in class. Okay. Just for you to listen, not for you to become an expert. All right. A lot of people want to just join a 2-hour session and think that they can just learn it as fast as possible. It took me time also to learn it. So take time, relax, and just listen and just see. This is what a financial analytics professional would do. All right. So you can't learn it in 2 hours. I'm just showing you what a life in a day of a financial analyst looks like. All right. So you can't become an expert in just 1 hour plus. Do you understand? It's just to show you what you can actually do, the power behind this analytics that we're going to be doing. Okay. Or that you can actually do. All right. So don't worry. It's not for you to become an expert. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is now showing me my profit by gender. So it's sort of balanced. It's very balanced in terms of profit margin. Okay. So you look at it. All right. Male and female, it's sort of balanced. So in terms of demographics, in terms of customer, profit split. All right. It's almost male and female. But across different regions, it will vary. Some regions you get more male buying stuff than female. In some other region, it could be female buying more stuff than male. All right. So that's the reason why we're adding this particular visualization. So one thing I don't like what do you call this? Legends. Okay. So I'm gonna take out the legend. So just remove legend just to make it a lot better. And for my detail label, I'm going to, change it, label content. I'll change it from, I'll change it to category and percent of total. Category and percent of total. So now, in terms of reporting, you always want to report in percentage. 50% of our customers are male, 70% of our customers are female, blah, blah, blah. You always want to report in percentages. All right. We always want to report in percentage. So now I can see that 51% of our total profit, 51% of our total profit come from the male gender, while 48%, or let's say 49%, come from the female gender. Okay? So it's almost balanced. And like I said, when you take it to the report view, all right, and you look at a particular state, it might vary. Let's take a look at this particular state. So you can see 100% female in Zamfara. Okay, even though it's just one transaction. Okay, all right. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, let's take a look at another state. So this is also 100% male buying products in this particular state. All right, let's take a look at another state. This is also what more male. I'm looking for one that is more female. I'm not sure yet. Okay, it seems like male across all regions. All right, but anyways, we can't take a look at all 36 states in class. All right. So that's exactly what we're trying to do. Okay. So you can see by each state which one has more preference in terms of gender. Okay. So I'm going to add my visual border because I like to work with it just to demarcate. And last but not the least, I'll just copy and paste it rather. Copy, paste, move it to the side. Okay. So instead of gender this time around, okay, instead of gender, so we looked at customer gender. All right, let's take a look at product category. Let's take a look at product category. Okay, all right. So I'm going to click on this icon. I'm going to remove the legend and I'm going to add product category. So you see 60% of our profit comes from accessories. 24 comes from clothing. I'll change it. I'll change it to a bar chart. I'll change it to a bar chart. Okay. And I would add data label. Okay. Okay. All right. So you see this. So now, in terms of profit, we're making the most profit from accessories. The next is clothing, and the least is phones. All right. The least is phones. Okay. So we are actually making more profit from selling accessories than what we're making from clothing and phones. But like I said, in different regions, it might vary. In another region, you might actually be getting more profit from phones than any other thing. So this is what the CEO was talking about: limited visibility. All right, all right. So and regional disparity. Different states and regions have varying customer behavior, product preference, and economic condition. So it can be vary. It can actually vary. In this particular state now, you can see this is still accessory. This is currently accessory. I think accessory across at least the ones that we were looking at. All right, across all the regions. Okay, you can see this particular state here. Okay, now there was a state I saw just now with more phones. I don't know. Well, you get the drift. But anyways, so different states. I want to be able to see for each state and see what's happening in each state. So on and so. Okay, you see this particular region now in Akwa Ibom. You see, phones is actually doing better than accessories. Okay, all right. Phones is actually doing. You're making 105,000 on phones. Okay, even better than accessories, better than clothing. So this is exactly what we're trying to do. Okay. Then state reports. The last thing I'm going to do is just like a top 10. All right, or top five. I'll say top five. Okay. So I'll use a tree map real quick. I'll bring in a tree map, resize it to cover this remaining side. Okay. All right. Okay, so category would be my subcategory, product subcategory. Values will be my total profit. Okay, so these are my total, everything together. So now for subcategory, I only want to see the best five products selling. So in this particular one, you see accessory is the one that is selling the best. Okay, accessory is selling the most. All right, so I want to see the top end. So once you click on filter, okay, and you click the drop down, you'll see basic filtering, you see advanced filtering, and you see top end. Top end basically means top five, top 20, top 70, whatever it could be. All right. So this is going to be a top, let's say top five products. Okay. Based on, okay, based on total profit, I'll drag total profit in here and I'll apply it. Okay. So for this, I'm going to add data labels. Okay. And anyways, this is where I'm going to call it. This is where I'm going to, sort of end it. Okay. In terms of building a dashboard. So like I said, it's just for you to have a view of what a data and financial analytics professional would be doing. All right. So this is just a tip of the iceberg to what you can actually do as a financial analytics professional. So now, presenting this report, okay? All right, presenting this report to the CEO, all right? The CEO, all the CEO needs to do is just over his mouse, either on his mobile device. If it's a mobile device you want to deploy to a mobile device, for example. You see it here. On the bottom here, you have a laptop view, desktop view, and you also have a mobile layout view. So if you want to put it on the mobile layout view, for him to be able to deploy it, for him to be anywhere on his phone, he should be able to see it on his phone. All I'll do is to change the mobile view I'll change it to a mobile view. All right. So I can try it out, click on this. All right. And I can just drag it around. Okay. All right. Okay, and the same features and everything would be applied to it. You can deploy it to a mobile phone. So that person, the CEO, anywhere, is in China, is in India, it really doesn't matter where he is, he can see exactly what's happening at every point in time. I'll go back to my desktop view so that we can wrap up. Okay. So now the reports now is capturing key financial metrics, the total cost, total revenue, profit or loss, and the profit margin. And you can see how the best performing products and so on and so forth across key regions in the States. All right. So now if the CEO clicks on this, you can see Zamfara. Okay. All right. Only one transaction. Okay, and you're making a loss in that particular state. Sokoto, on the other hand, 14%, profit margin. So you sold in February 2016, another sale in June 2016. So your sales in Zamfara is not, you're not making a lot of sales. All right, just two sales essentially, and or maybe just two sales, two transaction timelines. Okay, Castina, the same thing. You're making a profit margin of what? 9%. Best performing product in Zamfara. Best performing product is jerseys, okay, followed by keyboard. All right. In Sokoto, on the other hand, you have keyboard and jersey. In Benin Kebbi, okay, that's Kebbi State. Wristwatch is what is moving in Benin Kebbi or in Kebbi. All right. And that's the same thing. Let's take out Lagos State. Lagos State, keyboard, wristwatch, jersey, shorts, and those are the top five performance products. And you can see in Lagos State, you are making a loss. You're making a loss on phones. You're making a loss of 700,000 naira. 700,000, okay, or 70,000, okay. I think about $70,000. You're making a loss on phones. All right. And in Abuja, what about Abuja? You're making a profit across all product category, 8% profit margin, wristwatch, jersey, keyboards and so on. That is what is moving in this region. So you see, that's exactly what you're doing now. All right. So now the CEO has, at least to a very large extent, has some visibility, has more visibility. Now, these reports can be deployed. So you see, I can actually publish these to the web. Okay, I'm not going to stress myself to walk it through. So Power BI has what we call Power BI service, meaning that it's in the cloud. Okay, and you can schedule it to run, to refresh every day, every hour, every 2 hours, and so on and so forth. All right. So in terms of delayed reporting, I would also, that reports that was just created would also solve that particular problem. So limited visibility check has been a solution has been provided. The lead reporting also checked, a solution has been provided. Regional disparity also check. Okay, so you can now see what product is performing in what region. All right, you can see what's happening in each of this region, and you can even make more visualization, more reports. This is just a very, I would say, basic one. Okay, so if you if you got something from the session we just had, I know it's slightly longer than expected. All right, but if you got something, I want you to drop a one in the chat. Let's see. Don't worry, I'll automate the report. That's another. It's not too long, to be honest. If you learned something new from the report itself, put a one in the chat. So the whole idea, like I said at the start of the session, is just for you to sit back, relax. It's not for you to become a financial analytics in 2 hours. That's not. It's a master class. It's just to show you the capacity. It's just to show you what you can actually do. All right, not become an expert in 2 hours. Okay, that's not the idea. All right, so financial analytics is very imperative across different organizations. Which organization does not need cash, does not deal with money? All right, and that's, you see, financial analytics is, where data, all right, meets finance. So you see, finance has moved away from that bookkeeping, mundane reporting, boring visualizations, and so on and so forth. It has moved away from that. All right, investment banking, corporate finance, and you want to work as an investment analyst, and all those fun, more in-depthly data-driven roles. All right, financial analytics covers all those aspects, and that's the reason why we started the financial analytics training program. Now, looking at the average salary of financial analysts across 3 regions across the world, the UK financial analyst, all right, is £42,000 per annum. That's what you get per annum on average. Okay. In Canada, 77,000 Canadian dollars. And in the United States of America, we have 81,000 US dollars. All right. Okay, so these are the average salaries of the financial analysts across key regions across the world. All right. So some people are asking questions. So does the dashboard get updates? Don't worry, there is what we call Power BI service. You can actually publish to the cloud and schedule it in the cloud. Okay, Power BI service, schedule it in Power BI service. So yes, it can be automated to refresh every hour, every 2 hours, every day, every week, depending on how you want. But the CEO for this particular report, okay, that we built, wants more of a near real-time reporting. So maybe we can schedule it to refresh every hour or every 2 hours, okay, depending on what we want to do. Or maybe at certain time, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, before the CEO comes to work, midday, let's say 12 o'clock, refresh, before the close of day, also refresh. So maybe you can refresh 3 times in a day, okay? So we can do all that, definitely. All right, it can be automated, okay? All right, so these are the average salaries of the financial analysts across these key regions. Okay, and the financial analytics training program, like I said, it is hands-on, practical, 100% online. Anywhere you are, you're in Canada, you're in France, you're in Germany, you're in Nigeria, you're in Ghana, you're in Sierra Leone, you're in South Africa, you're in Tanzania, you're in Nairobi. Really doesn't matter. The training program is 100% online, meaning that you can learn from anywhere. Now, the second part of it is hands-on practical session. Hands-on practical session, like what we did today. All right. But it's going to be more, self-paced in the sense that you would have an expert with you, okay, that would be working with you in class. So you can actually, because this is just a limited time, it's just a 2 hour session. So obviously time limitation and so on and so forth. It's just a 2 hour session. So you can't really do too much within 2 hours. And I really try to just squeeze everything into 2 hours. That's why, you might seem like you're not going along or you're not practicing along. But during the training program, it's hands-on practical. You can practice alongside your facilitator. All right. It's more encompassing. It's for 3 months. So you have enough time to practice and slow down the facilitators and so on. Okay. So you have 3 months, it's hands-on practical sessions with videos. All the sessions are recorded because they're online. All the sessions are recorded. Like the session today, also recorded. You get access to the recording. Okay, so you get access to exercises and also projects. So, it's a full hands-on practical session of you upskilling yourself on financial analytics. Also, all right. Lifetime access to the materials and the experts. Okay. So you get lifetime access to the materials. So even the recording, the class explanations, and everything about the training program, you have lifetime access to the materials. So even if 2 months down the line, all right, you've forgotten certain things, you could always go back to the recordings and get upskill yourself back, essentially. All right. Now, the classes, you'll have over 16 classes with 40 plus topics for financial analytics. We talked about the average salary of a financial analyst already. For this particular training program, you add 6 projects to your portfolio. So we'll talk more about the technologies you're going to get to work with. So you're going to work with Power BI, Tableau, you're going to work with SQL, you're going to work with financial analytics, Microsoft Excel, financial models, sensitivity analysis. There are quite a number of projects you're going to build in the training program. All right. The next part is 100% job visibility, 100% job visibility. So we'll get you access to remote opportunities and also jobs in the industry within your local environment and even outside your local environment. Upon completing the training program, you get an industry relevant certification. All right, you get an industry relevant certification. The training program is for 3 months in total, okay? 2 months of training and 1 month virtual internship. So that's 3 months in total. 2 months of immersive, hands-on practical learning and 1 month of virtual internship, okay? Now, these are the things you're going to learn, okay? These are the things you're going to learn. So you're going to learn problem solving. That's the first thing you will learn. Problem solving. All right. The next thing you're going to learn is Microsoft Excel. The next part you're going to learn is Power BI. You'll learn SQL. All right. Then you move into, you see, you're going to cover the key aspect of the key qualities of what we call a data analyst. All right. You'll learn the key qualities of a data analyst. So you will learn data analytics like a data analyst. So you learn problem solving, you learn Microsoft Excel, you learn Power BI, and you learn SQL. Okay. So you're going to learn 4 key technologies. Okay. Like a data analyst. Thereafter, all right, you now move into the core financial analytics aspects, the key financial analytics aspects. Okay. All right. So accounting fundamentals, even if you're a beginner, we're going to take it from the start, understanding accounting fundamentals, what, profit, the things you need to learn, accounting concepts, accounting conventions, and so on and so forth, the golden rule and all those things. All right. So everything will be covered in accounting concepts, accounting fundamentals. So you go through the basics. So even if you're a beginner, it's go through that. It's going to walk you through all the things you need to learn in accounting fundamentals. Moving on to financial modeling, you get to work with financial modeling. Financial modeling is one of the, I think, the most interesting thing. So if you're looking to get started in investment analysis, you want to work as a market research analyst, you want to work in financial houses, you want to work, in finance. Financial modeling has become an essential skill set in order for you to get, quality roles within the finance space. All right. So accounting fundamentals, you get to work with financial modeling, you get to work with financial analysis. All right. The next part is valuation also. You get to build, valuation models. And thereafter, the last but not the least, scenario and sensitivity analysis. So when you say scenario building or scenario analysis, so every business are looking at 3 key scenarios. Best case scenario, base case scenario, and worst case scenario. So every business wants to know what is our best case scenario, what is the base case scenario, and what is the worst case scenario. How do you determine this using the business financial records? All right. So you learn all this during the training program. It's an immersive training program. I will take you 0 to 100 on all the things you need to learn, from data analytics to investment analysis to investment banking and corporate finance. So financial modeling, financial analysis, valuation, sensitivity analysis, and scenario building are things you would get to work on. All right. So this is an immersive training program that takes you through the critical things you need to learn in terms of financial analytics and in terms of, data analytics, investment analysis, research, and so on and so forth. Okay. All right. So you see, learning the technical skill, like we usually say every time, okay, is just one. Okay, it's just 50%. It actually just amounts to 50% of what you get from the training program and what you need to actually succeed. All right. So you see, that's the technical skills. All right. The technical skills. All right. When you say technical skills, okay. All right. That's the likes of learning Excel, learning Power BI. Okay. All right. Learning SQL. All right. These are all technical skills. But after you learn all those technical skills, financial analysis, all right, financial analysis and modeling. Okay. After you finish learning all these things, okay, all right, it only amounts to 50%. So if you want to get a job, all these things amount to only 50%. Okay. But now the other 50% is very important in order for you to get a job. Okay. So you've learned how to use Excel to perform financial analysis, financial modeling, scenario building, sensitivity analysis. You can do it in Power BI. You can query in SQL. You can do all those technical things. All right. But the problem is, in order for you to get a job, the technical skills is just what? 50%. All right. Now, what constitutes the other 50% for you to get that job? Number one is CV review. All right. Your CV. All right. So most applicants, most recruiters now use what we call ATS. Okay. Applicant tracking software. So you see sometimes, yeah, you apply for a job. All right. You apply for a job. Okay. And immediately you apply for that job. Okay. You get an instant rejection email. I know it has happened to us sometimes. It has happened to me also. All right. You apply for the job and less than 10 minutes, okay, you just get an instant rejection email. We are sorry, we reviewed your CV and you falling short of the criteria, blah, blah, blah. How do you think, you know, I used to think a recruiter actually read my CV and gave me an instant rejection email. That's not what happened. All right. So basically, this ATS, the applicant tracking software, works with what we call keywords. Okay, keywords. So if your CV is not optimized, or if your CV was not reviewed, or you didn't tailor your CV to the job role, you will likely get an instant rejection email. Instant rejection email. So what we're going to do for you is to review your CV. We're going to help you review your CV to help you stand out. Every time you apply for a job, you have a higher chance of you getting a job. All right. Number two is LinkedIn optimization. All right. LinkedIn optimization works like SEO. Okay. Search engine optimization. So if you go on any search engine, like the likes of Google, okay, and you Google for something, like you search for something, the top searches are what you will get first. So if you Google, best tech trading firm, you'll likely see analytics, wink wink. All right. You see analytics, and that's because we have been optimized. So anytime anybody wants to see anything about tech education, analytics should pop up. Okay. So now the same thing with LinkedIn optimization. If a recruiter, okay, is currently looking for a financial analyst, okay, all right, will your CV pop up? With your CV, with your profile on LinkedIn, with your profile on LinkedIn couple. Now, most recruiters still use LinkedIn. Most recruiters still use LinkedIn to attract talent, to get new talent. Now, when they go on LinkedIn and they search and they say, oh, currently looking for financial analyst, commercial analyst, or some kind of role that is financial inclined, will your profile on LinkedIn pop up? All right. So those are the things that we'll do for you. Would help you optimize your LinkedIn profile. That if this recruiter searches, on LinkedIn for, financial analyst or any role that are tailored to your own role, your profile should pop up. Okay, should pop up that this is a potential candidate for the role. All right. And we have quite a number of huge success when it comes to LinkedIn optimization. All right. The next part is Upwork optimization. Upwork is a platform. I'll quickly show you. Okay, I'd like to show you this platform because a lot of people think financial analysts don't they don't get a lot of they don't get a lot of freelance work. So I'm going to go all the way to F. Okay, so I'm going to go to Upwork. Okay, find work. All you need to do is go to Upwork, find work for your skill. Okay, and thereafter I'll move all the way to F. Okay, you see it here, financial analyst. This is freelance. Let me go back to the top so you see exactly what I'm doing. So find the best freelance jobs. Browse jobs posted on Upwork or job right in to create your profile. So you need to create a profile, right? All right. So you see it here, F, financial analyst, financial modeler. You get it, financial writer. Quite a number of roles you can actually go in. And this is freelance. Let's take a look at financial analysts, for example. All right, share price investment, $100. All right, sometimes they pay us, they pay different clients, pay different amount. This was posted a few days ago. Build a net free cash flow Excel template for UK accounts, insurance financial model, US registered trader wanted, so on and so forth. Bookkeeper and financial modeler, all right, so on, automated valuation model, AVM. So these are the roles that you can actually do, all right, that you can actually do once you complete the training. And this is free, this is freelance. All right, taking a look at this particular role, let's take a look at this to see how much was budgeted for this role. All right, so this was there's no amount here. I don't see any price for this. Okay. Okay, I need to sign in anyways to see some perks, okay, to see some additional. I think you need to sign in. All right, but these are roles you can actually do freelance, and you don't even need. So what we're going to do for you, all right, is to optimize your LinkedIn profile, your Upwork profile. So when a new client, okay, comes on Upwork, when a new client comes on Upwork, okay, comes on Upwork, and they're looking to hire a financial analyst, okay, your own profile should pop up ideally. All right. So that's exactly what we're going to do for you on Upwork optimization. So you can actually be working freelance and be earning in dollars in Nigeria or in any country where you are. All right. Now, the next part is navigating the job market. You all right? The key questions you need to ask yourself after you learn the training program, I'm sure you're asking yourself already. All right. Where would you get these jobs? Where would you get the jobs? All right, it's a key question. Where will you get a job? All right. I finished learning financial analytics. Where will I get a job? Will I get a job after the training program? Don't worry. That's what we do during the financial navigating the job market session. All right. The next thing we're going to answer is what kind of jobs can I take on? What kind of jobs can I take on? So two questions. Where do I get these remote jobs? Where do I get these jobs? And what kind of jobs can I actually do once I complete the training program? All right. Should I search for only financial analysts up and down? No, absolutely no. All right. There are quite a number of roles from consulting, all right, to industry, to FMCG, to investment, to financial brokers, and so on and so on. So there are many roles you can actually take on, especially with the fact that it's a combined skill of data analytics, corporate finance, and investment banking. So you can work in investment houses, all right. You can work in FMCG companies. You're working as a commercial analyst, operations analyst, and so on and so forth. All right. You can work in a bank. You can work literally anywhere. Okay. So that's the beauty of going through this particular skill sets. So we're going to walk you through what kind of roles you can actually take on. All right. So what roles can you apply to as a financial analyst, commercial analytics? So people think it's just financial analysis. Absolutely not. So the likes of FMCG companies like P&G, PZ, the likes of which other what other top brands across the world, AB InBev, and so on and so forth. Okay, they need what we call commercial analysts. All right, these are people that are finance related and also data analytics related combined together for that role. I would explore some of them in class today. All right. So, where can you apply for these remote jobs? I've already showed you Upwork, but we still have a ton of other places where you can actually get remote opportunity as a financial analytics professional. Okay, so we're going to explore that in the navigating the job market session. Okay, Recommendation or reference letter is something that we pride ourselves with. So you see, and that's why a lot of people don't they struggle to get a job, okay? Because you've been working as an accountant before, okay? Well, now you've learned data analytics, you've learned financial analysis, you've learned financial modeling, and so on and so forth. Now, most recruiters will need what we call recommendation letter. Okay, so you say you can do data analytics, you can do financial analysis, you can do financial models, you can build valuation models. Okay, you can work with different things. You can do all these wonderful things I'm going to teach you. All right. Now they need recommendation letter. They need somebody to stand in for you to say that, oh yes, Richard can actually do all these things. We need that letter. We need somebody to stand in for you. All right. So that's exactly what analytics will do for you. We'll stand in for you. All right. We'll write you that recommendation letter. We'll write you that reference letter. Either you're going for your master's, all right. Either it's a master's program, a PhD program, or like I said, if it's a job, okay, we'll write you the recommendation letter that you need to get started. All right. So those are the things you need to understand that will provide for you in order for you to get started in your role as a financial analyst. So we'll provide you for where you can apply for the job, the types of jobs you can apply to. We'll also work on recommendation, reference letter. So you're going for a master, you're going for a PhD, we'll do all those things for you, provide you recommendation and reference letter. And number six was we have here is job and interview preparation. Okay, job and interview preparation. Now, obviously, you've you have a good CV, okay? You have a good CV, you have a good LinkedIn profile, you have a good Upwork profile, you know where to apply for jobs, you know the kind of jobs you can apply to. We write your recommendation letter, and now you get a job, you get a job interview, okay? A job interview. All right. Now, you've never applied for this kind of job. You've never gone for an interview before, a financial or a commercial analytics, role. You've never done an interview in that role before, in that capacity before. So you're likely going to, not know what kind of question is going to come out. So what we do for you is we prepare you. We do what we call mock interview sessions. Mock interview sessions. Okay. So these mock interview sessions are designed to prepare you for the role. Okay. All right. To prepare you for the role. So what we do is we simulate a real life case, a real life scenario whereby I am an interviewer and I'm asking you questions. So I will train you up. We'll first of all send you potential questions, potential answers, prep you for the role. And after that prepping, we now have, multiple, we can have, at least two, all right? Two mock interview sessions, depending on the timeline. Most times one or two, depending on the timeline. All right. So when we have the mock interview sessions, we ask you questions. All right. So we call they are scenario-based questions that can likely occur. Questions like, tell me about a time you worked on this kind of project. Tell me about a time you found it difficult working with people on the project. Or any kind of scenario can actually pop up. So we usually tailor the scenarios to questions based on the JD. Okay. All right. We tailor the questions based on the JD that was provided by the organization. All right. So you see, situational based question, there is a way we go about it. We use the STAR approach to, to answer this question. So whenever they ask you a scenario based question, you first of all need to talk about the situation, first of all. Okay. All right. You need to talk about the task that you performed. You need to talk about the action that was carried out and the result of your analysis or your involvement. Okay. Now, this result, you must state what we call metrics, okay, in your result. Don't just say that, oh, at the end of it, okay, we made a profit. No. All right. We will show you, we'll tell you how to add your metrics to your to your analysis, okay, or to your storytelling. So essentially, for the job interview session, okay, we carry out mock interview preparation sessions to help you prepare better for the job role itself. Okay. So these are the other 50% that you need to get a job. Okay. So you learn the technical skills, and the other 50%, like it cuts across CV review, LinkedIn optimization, Upwork optimization, navigating the job market, recommendation and reference letter, job and interview preparation, All right. We also have what we call mentorship sessions. Okay. All right. And we have on the job support. So once you get a job and you still find it difficult, you probably have difficulty. You still need training wheels. Okay. All right. You get the job. Okay. And you still need training wheels. We'll provide that training wheels for you. We still support you even after you've gotten the job. All right. So to get that high performing, become that high performer essentially. All right. So these are the things that we provide additional benefit free of charge. You're not paying a dime for this. Okay, this is all free of charge. You're not paying anything extra for all this. All right. So you learn the technical skills and additional benefits free of charge. We've talked about it already. All right. So you see, these are the training programs that we do. All right. So we have, the training program, like I said, is a total of 4 months. Okay. So you have 3 months of learning. Okay. You have 3 months of learning. All right. You have a capstone project and you have 1 month virtual internship. 1 month virtual internship. Okay. So you have 3 months of learning. All right, 3 months of learning Excel, Power BI, SQL, problem solving, financial analysis, financial modeling, and all that. All right, you have capstone projects and you have 1 month virtual internship. Okay, now, for the classes, all the classes are virtual instructor led. Okay, all the classes are virtual instructor led. So you would have a facilitator in class holding your hands and guiding you through the program. Okay, and guiding you through the program. So you'll be learning from industry best, the best guys in the industry, people that have a wealth of experience in the industry. All right. Now, in terms of class schedule, the classes, happens every Saturday. Every Saturday. Live classes is every Saturday between 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. That's exactly what that's the timing for the class. Okay. Then Sundays, okay, we have what we call watch me do it videos. We have what we call watch me do it videos. So basically, they are what? These Watch Me Do It videos are self-paced videos, all right, that you could watch at your time, okay, at your own disposal. All right. So after that, you would also get access to recruitment acts. Like I've said, the other 50%, you get the CV review, LinkedIn optimization, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. So those are the things you are going to get. That's the learning roadmap. So 3 months of project-based learning, capsule project at the end of the program. You have 1 month free virtual internship. You have instructor-led, virtual instructor-led industry experience. People taking you through the training program. Now, some of the projects you're going to get to work on. Okay, so you get to, and I say this in all the sessions we take. These projects are projects that are real life. They are from people that are currently in the industry or that are currently in the industry. Okay. All right. So what we've done is to take these people's experience and turn it into learning materials. All right. So we take their experience and we turn it into learning materials. All right. So the projects you're going to work on are real life projects. Like what we did today is an actual real life project. Okay. A business in Nigeria, an e-commerce firm in Nigeria, okay, engaged myself, all right, and that is sort of one of the that's a very simple solution that I showed you in class, but it was a very extensive end to end. So the project we'll be working on in the program are projects that are relevant to the industry, and that's because it is coming from the industry. So looking at this Castro technology, okay, Castro technology is a real life business, okay, but obviously the name has been adjusted, like I said earlier. All right, Castle Technologies workplace sports facility. Okay, so you see the case study here is due to the high attrition rate within the tech space, where employees find it easy and hard to switch roles across similar organizations, the companies offering better perks and all that. So you're going to be using analytics to provide solution. So you said Nestle product analytics, online food delivery preferences. You're going to be working with product fraudulent transaction in the bank, employee attrition in IBM, data science salaries, and so many more case studies. This is just a tip of the iceberg, like I mentioned. Analytics growth internship case study. You're going to be working on Redux Airlines. You're going to be working with legacy groups, and so on and so forth. All right. So that's just some of the case studies you work on in the project in the training program. All right. So moving on, looking at the different roles you can actually take on. Okay. So you can work as a financial analyst, like I mentioned earlier, commercial analyst, a data analyst in the finance department. You can work as a cost analyst, business analyst in the finance sector, in the finance industry, financial planning and analysis, that's FP&A, treasury analyst, and we have investment banking analysts. We still have investment analysts and so on and so forth. So there are quite a number of roles. All right, different organizations call it different things. This is just a few. We actually have a more extensive list that we give to the guys that go through the training program. So you're more aware of the kind of roles you can actually take on. So most people will learn financial analysis and only start to apply for financial analyst roles. Okay. Whereas you can actually get a job as a commercial analyst, all right, or as a business analyst in the finance industry. Okay. So these are the things that you don't know you can actually do and you can actually apply for. All right. And so on and so forth. So the growth internship program, all right, growth internship program is a 1 month intensive and immersive session whereby you get to own your skills. All right. You can add it to your CV. All right. You can actually add it to your CV. All right. You can add it to your CV and you can claim work experience from Analytics. So you can tell potential recruiters that you are currently working as a financial analyst with analytics or a commercial analyst, whatever the scenario might be. All right. So you get 1 month to own your skills. Okay. 1 month to own your skills. All right. Working on more projects. So, like I said, you'll be working on more projects during the internship. So you'll be working on data analytics projects, investment analysis projects, financial analysis projects, and so on. And last but not the least, project review with an expert. So you're going to be having somebody in your class that have, that has what do you call it? You're going to be working with somebody in your class, okay, an industry expert that will be an auditing you and telling you the best practice for the training program, all right, and also what is attainable in the industry. So when you work on the project, okay, you need that industry expert, all right, to walk you to tell you what you've done is either right or wrong, okay. And these are the kind of support people don't get, when they're trying to go through things by themselves. So you get those things free of charge, all right. We talked about working freelancer or remote. I've showed you Upwork, but we also have some other sites that we have for guys that want to work remotely. Okay, guys that want to work remotely. And to be honest, LinkedIn is one of the best places you could actually get these kind of jobs. So I'm just going to do it for the next 2 seconds just to show you how you can do it. LinkedIn. Okay. So if you're not following us on LinkedIn, please follow us on LinkedIn, okay? So we post all the wonderful stuff on LinkedIn and materials, upcoming sessions, and so on. Please follow us on LinkedIn. All right. So I'm just gonna go to jobs, okay, and I'm gonna search for financial analyst. All right, that's the most common one. Financial analyst. That's what most people will put in, and I'm going to take in United States of America. All right. So now I'm searching for financial analyst roles in the United States. Okay, so this is senior financial and data analyst. Can you see this? All right, this is SQL needed. You're going to learn it. All right, but now this is not remote. Okay, so you might want to specify. So you see here on-site/remote. So all I need is just remote roles. Okay, just remote roles. So I'll click on show. All right. So senior financial analyst, financial pricing analyst. Okay. And you see majority of this role, when you see that keyword analyst, you'll be doing what you'll be working with, conduct financial analysis and develop profit and loss statement, contribute to annual operating plan, budget and forecast, financial statement across multiple entities. See, you see all the things you're going to be working on. You're going to be working with Tableau or SQL. You see Power BI, all right, or SQL. So you're going to learn Power BI, you're also going to learn SQL. So you see, the demand for these your skills, it's not local. It's not just a local company in Nigeria looking for jobs in Lekki or looking for jobs on the island. No, or looking for jobs to do. You can actually get a remote job outside the country, working as a financial analyst for a US based organization and earn in dollars. These are the kind of opportunity you could actually get on. So see, 3 to 5 years financial experience, those are the things that are going to help you do on your CV. All right. So when you're reviewing your CV, we'll work with you. Excellent analytics and modeling skills. These are things that you get to work with. All right. So I think, when you're looking at the finance space, it's actually very interesting. It's a very interesting space. And that's because you see, let's see, a bit about us. This is just a bit about us. I'm looking for job details. All right. So financial analyst, you could also look for commercial analyst. So it's not just commercial analyst. So you see commercial strategy analyst, commercial analyst, and these are all remote jobs anyways. These are all remote jobs. Now, once you finish with commercial analyst, you can go to financial planning. Okay, financial, okay, planning. Okay. Let me just leave the keyword there, analyst. Okay, I'll leave it there. So you see financial planning analyst. And do FP&A, 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 all the roles that I mentioned earlier are what I am looking for. All the roles I mentioned, all right. I've looked at financial analyst, I've looked at commercial analyst, I'm looking at financial planning analysis. You could also look at cost analyst, investment analyst, and so on and so forth, that are all remote roles. All right. So these are all remote roles, all remote roles that you can look at. All right. So if you look at the next thing you could do also is to move away from the United States and maybe go to Canada and look for financial analyst roles in Canada, remote roles. You move from Canada, go to Australia, all right? Australia and New Zealand combine together, okay? Move from New Zealand. And that's the beauty of you. You can move to the UK, all right? United Kingdom, sorry. All right, United Kingdom, all right, and you did the same thing, looking for remote roles for financial analysts in the UK, all right. So you see, these are things that you can actually apply to, all right. So when you say, and this is just one place, you also have places called FlexJob, all right, that you could also apply for remote jobs, all right. You could just search for financial analysts. All right. I don't have enough time. I would have shown you. All right. Look at financial analytics on Flex Jobs. All right. You could also go to what we call Glassdoor. Glassdoor. All right. Glassdoor is another very good place for you to get remote jobs. Okay. It's a very fantastic place for you to get remote jobs. All right. So, these are beautiful places. And these are just the ones that you might not be familiar with. Okay. All right. And I'm showing you places you can actually get. So we still have built in, we have Indeed, we have remote.co, we have Well Found, we have Upwork. I've showed you Upwork at least. And I've also shown you Glassdoor. So you can always take out your time to check out these places. Okay. All right, the global demand for tech analysts. You see, majority of these organizations, even countries, are creating um, what we call different organizations now are creating what we call tech pathways. Okay, tech pathways. All right, to attract what? All right, to attract. Okay, to attract tech talent. Okay, talent. So I've been a beneficiary of some of these particular talents that you see here. All right. I'm just going to mention one of them anyways. Okay. So Canada, we have the global tech talent stream. So if you're and this particular one, the good thing of the most interesting thing about the tech talent stream for Canada, all right, this only needs you to have 6 months of experience on the role. 6 months experience. Okay. All right. So if you have 6 months experience, all right, all you need to do is apply for jobs in Canada. Okay. You get a job. Okay. Once you get a job, it takes you 2 weeks to get into Canada. 2 weeks. It's currently the fastest route. You guys can Google it, and it's the fastest route currently to get into Canada. Faster than your PR, faster than your study, all right, faster than any other route that you have. All right. The UK has, they have theirs called the Global Talent Visa, which is I think currently handled by Tech Nation. Okay, Tech Nation. You could check it out. I'm providing you with all this information for you to know. All right. So United Kingdom have with technician visa, financial analyst, anything data driven, falls into that particular bracket. Germany has the blue card scheme. Okay. Singapore they have the Tech Pass program. Australia, the global talent visa. France also the French visa program. Ireland, critical skills employment permit program. So currently, so I worked in Ireland, and while I was in Ireland, I used the critical skills employment permit program while I was in Ireland. So, this opportunity exists for tech professionals. All you need to do is learn the skill. All right. So if you're looking to relocate, you're looking to move, you don't want to work remotely, you want to go to these countries yourself, all right, you can also use your tech skills to make this transition yourself. All right. So some of the facilitators for the program, we have Nene. She's currently a senior financial planning and analysis analyst with Zindus UK, an authorized dealer or licensee of Nike. Okay, so she's also a management and leadership advisor at Advanced Business Review. She's a chartered accountant, 6 years experience. Prior experience, she's worked with Denham Homes, that's in the UK, KPMG, Bank of America, and Loris Development Partner. So Nena is one of the facilitators for the training program. Jenas is another person, another professional. Jenas is an assistant manager with Coca-Cola Nigeria. Coca-Cola, all right. Also management consultant. He has experience with Utopia Consulting, 7 years experience in accounting, finance, and business consulting. All right. Teniola also assistant manager, digital consulting, with a big four consulting firm here in the UK, chartered accountant, over 5 years experience, developing data-backed strategies, go-to-market strategies, and financial models. All right. So these are just some of the people that you're going to get to work with. And you see, these guys have wealth of experience. People that have built several products that have, launched, that have, they've built different financial models in the past. So these are the people that you're going to be, that will literally be holding your hands and guiding you through the process of you becoming, a financial analyst yourself. All right. So join the next cohort for the training program. The next cohort is going to be starting. So I think I have Indeed. Sorry. So join the next course of the training program. Okay. And the training program is going to be starting on the 4th of November 2023. On the 4th of November 2023. So who is looking to get started? Who is looking to get started in the training program? Who is looking to get started in the training program? Okay. Who is excited to get started? Let me see. Okay. I can see people getting started. Okay. All right. So, all right. Fantastic. Fantastic. So you see, there are quite a number of opportunities you could actually take from this particular session. For quite a number of opportunities you could actually get from the training program. And one of the things, like I mentioned earlier, is the ability to get remote opportunity. One of majority of people in the industry currently don't believe that financial analysts can actually get remote jobs or work remotely. And that's the reason why I took out time to actually show you that these jobs actually exist, especially, if you're going through the route of LinkedIn, Upwork, you could go on Glassdoor, like I'm showing you at the moment. You could just search here for financial analyst, all right, and you are good to go, all right. You could also filter for only just remote roles, and you get all those information there on there. And the good thing is that it's not just one place. There are quite a number of other places you can actually get these opportunities. All right. So, see, and like I said, you'll be working with people that have a wealth of experience in the space. All right. So bear it in mind that you are in the right hands. You are always going to be in the right hand. So, anyways, the program is going to be starting on the 4th of November. Okay. I'm going to go back to my slides. It's finding difficult to move back. All right. It's starting on the 4th of November 2023. Okay. All right. So the training program is £400, okay, and that's a total of 400,000 there. So, like I mentioned earlier, the training program is. I mentioned something at the start of the session, okay. You're going to be getting a special package from myself, only for the people on the call. Like I said, wait to the end of the session, you get a free package. All right. Now, the training program, instead of 400,000 there or £400, you could actually pay what we call, you could actually pay the discounted fee of £300. All right. You can actually pay the discounted fee of £300. That's 200. You can pay your first payment of £200,000 and the second installment of £100. Okay. You could also pay Naira, equivalent 300,000 Naira, and you can pay in 2 installments of 200,000 Naira and 100,000 Naira. Now, the second payment will come 1 month into the training program. So you can pay your first payment now to secure your position for the training program. And then, the second payment can come 1 month. So you have enough time to actually plan for the second payment. Do you understand? Now, this discount is an early bird discount. Okay. So it's what we call an early bird discount. So it's not just for it's not for everybody. Okay. So this training program is only for the discounted fee is only for the first 20 people to register. All right. The first 20 people to register. So the discounted amount is for only the first 20 people to register. So if you're looking to get started, all you need to do is take a screenshot of this particular page you're seeing. That's the UK account number. All right, that's the UK account number. Okay. All right. So if you're in Germany, you're in France, or you're in any other European country, this is the international banking number for you to make your transfer. Okay. All right, and this is the WhatsApp number. If you have any questions, any concerns, those are the WhatsApp number. And also in Nigeria, we're using a Fidelity Bank account. And this is the account number, and this is also the WhatsApp number you could use to reach out if you have any issues. All right. So please, guys, this discount is only for the first 20 people to register. Only available for the first 20 people to register. So regardless of anywhere you are in the world, we would work with you in getting you started to get started. All right, Priscilla, let me hand it over back to you. Priscilla, you have somebody that is coming to speak. Am I correct?
Yes, please. Thank you so much, Ifemena. Please give Mr. Sheon, good evening. I don't know if you are here and you can come on board now.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Sheon. How are you doing?
Hello, Oluyemi Michelle. Are you there? Can you hear me? You're muted if you're speaking, Olu Michelle. Sorry. Show is one of our previous is one of our participants on the call, all right, and is willing to share his testimonial. All right. So please, Cheryl, if you're there, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself so you can actually go on to share your testimonial.
Thank you. I've unmuted myself.
I think your network is not very great. Apologies. Hello, Cheryl. Okay, I think Cheryl is currently witnessing, issues with the internet. So we'll probably have to come back.
Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me?
Yes, Cheryl, I
Can you hear me,
now.
please?
I can hear you now. All right, I think we lost him again. All right. Yes. So if you have any question, please just raise up your hands, and I'll be taking your questions while we. All right. All right. So some people are asking me, sending me private messages around how to register in terms of after making payment, what happens. So you see the link. Priscilla has been sending the link to the chat. Okay, it's the main stack link. All right, the main stack link. This link here. All right. All you need to do is click on it. All right. Click on the link in the chat. So Priscilla, if you want to drop the
Right.
link again,
Yeah.
all right, click on the link again. All right. So once you click on the link, you would see upload your initial and full receipt here. Upload. Hello, Cheryl, are you there? Okay. Cheryl, do you want to unmute yourself and actually on your video too so we can get to see you?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Cheryl, your internet is not very great. I can't actually hear you well. I can't hear you well. Apologies. I might have to just take it back from you. Okay, so I'm gonna stop that.
It's my other line.
All right, you can do that while we wait for you. Okay. All right, so just gonna go back to what I was sharing screen 3. All right, so once you've made payment, guys, all right, all you need to do is upload your initial receipt here. You see it here. Click on the link. So Priscilla sent the link again. All right. All you need to do is click on the main stack link. All right. Once you make payment, ensure you screenshot it. Once you screenshot it, upload your initial and full receipt here. Okay. All right. Upload your initial and full receipt here. All right. And you put in the information. All right. Put in all the information, your first name, last name, email, phone numbers, and all that. You provide everything. All right. So someone's asking about the fees again. So the training program is starting on the 4th of November. Okay. It's starting on the 4th of November. That's just about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks to go. All right. The original cost of the training program is £400 or 400,000 naira equivalent. We are currently running an early bird discount. Currently running an early bird discount. Okay, we're running an early bird discount. All right, the early bird discount only applies to, early bird discount. All right, for the first 20 people to register. All right, this is available for the first 20 people to register. If you have questions, please raise up your hand. I'll be willing to take your questions. So all you need to do is just raise up your hand. I'll take your questions. So now for the first 20 people to register, rather than paying £400, okay, you can always pay the discounted amount of 300,000 naira, and you can pay into installments of 200,000 and 100,000. And in Naira equivalent, that's 300,000 Naira. That's 200,000 for the first payment and 100,000 for the second payment. Now, one thing you should know is for the second payment, you can pay that 1 month into the program. So all you need to pay now to secure your position is either £200 or 200,000 Naira. Now, bear in mind, this training program is very extensive on both data analytics, financial analysis, financial modeling, valuation, scenario analysis, and so on. And you still get CV review, LinkedIn optimization, navigating the job market, job interview sessions. And you're also going to get recommendation letter, mentorship, and all that. So it comes with a full package getting you ready to become financial analyst. All right. So if you have any question, please raise up your hand. I want to take some questions. I can see some questions in the chat. So Oguru is actually saying that Oguru is saying, I'm interested, but I have a question. I have an MSc in accounting and MSc. I have a BSc in accounting and MSc in finance. I'm currently planning a data science study in the UK. Would this be good fit for me? Absolutely, yes. So you're coming from the finance sector, you're coming from finance, all right. And the people that are currently working with you, some of them that are currently on the program are all financial analysts based in the UK. Some of them, majority of them are based in the UK. We have guys in the US, also we have guys in Canada. All right. So if you want to actually network with people that are currently working in the finance space in the industry, currently in the UK, I think you are currently in the right place. I won't lie to you. And that's why I had to share some of their profile. So Nene is based in the UK. Jenna's also based in the UK. Teniola also based in the UK. So these are just three of them, okay? But we still have other ones that are based in Nigeria, based in Ghana, based in US, based in Canada, all right? Well, these are the three leads, for the training program. And guess what? They're all based in the UK. So if you're going to be looking at people from consulting to industry experts, people working for recognized industry, recognized organizations across the UK, then you are definitely in the right place. So Oguru, I would say that you should register, get started, network with people that are currently in the industry, and I'm 100% certain you're going to be fine. All right. All right. So let me see if I have any other question. People are not raising up their hands; they're rather putting it in the chat. So does the product come with? It teaches you data analysis, okay, data analysis and financial analysis. So it's not really going to go extensively. We're not going to go business analysis like requirement gathering and all that. All right. Well, the good thing about this is, there are some roles, and I'm just going to go to roles in the UK now, because I think I've explained everything. Roles. All right. Let me just say read. Let's hold on UK. So there are some business analyst roles that are finance driven. All right. And I'd like to show you guys that. Okay. Business analyst. All right. That is finance related. All right. So, okay. Sorry. Analysis. Okay. Okay, financial analyst, you see financial business analyst, finance business analyst, finance business analyst. So these roles are for finance professional, core finance people. So if I take a look at this, for example, you see, experience in finance, preferably commercial business, experience in product or income or production of income or expenditure or annual budget, monthly reports, experience in spreadsheet database. So these are business analysts because as a finance professional now you want to build, let's say, budget, for example. You want to build a financial budget for an organization. Okay, what would you do? All right, what would you do? You will need to talk to different departments. You need to gather requirements from different departments. That's the business analyst focus they're going to be looking at. So you will learn, when you're building your financial model in class, you will learn how to interact with, how to get these requirements from different people. So these are some of the roles you can actually take on, financial business analyst. And like I said, these roles, you don't know you can actually do them. And look at this particular one, finance business analyst. It is what? 350 to 500 pounds per day. 350 to 500 pounds per day. All right. That's what most people are even earning per week. That's what you'll be earning per day. Do you understand what I mean? So this is, this is exactly, see this one, I've never spoken for too long, finance business analyst, 600 to 650 pounds per day. Now, a lot of people feel like, this job doesn't exist. Okay. Normally you would feel like as a finance person, cannot do business analysis. But people are actually looking for people that have, finance skills that can gather requirements. Okay, let's take a look at this. All right. So this is the full spec to build, as a financial business analyst, your core purpose is to build strong understanding of end-to-end user journey process to enable accurate and all that. All right. Be the key member of process improvement, gain inside, treasury management systems, projects, embrace principle of continuous improvement, so on and so forth. So, these are things that you could actually take on, once you complete the training program. Business system analyst, finance, financial business analyst, 600 to 650 pounds per day, not per month. All right. So you see, opportunities there are there. Okay. Opportunities are there. Okay. And if you're even looking for financial analysts, the same thing. All right. And I've not looked at finance roles in the UK. And that's what I'm just showing you. So if you're based in the UK, you'll see it gives you a better chance of making a decision on what you would actually get to learn. All right. So you see this around 55 to 60,000 pounds, 40 to 45, 35 to 40, 30 to 37, 40 to 45. This is just plain financial analyst. You still have commercial analysts, you have financial planning, and so on and so forth. So these are the things that you get to learn, roles that you can actually take on. Okay. How many days in a week, please? The training program is once in a week. The class holds on Saturday, but you're given what we call watch me do it videos. Okay, so I'll show you that in a second now. Let me quickly show you that. So this is how the classroom looks like. This is how the platform looks like. Okay. So please, guys, it's only the top 20 people because I'm seeing people telling me, please keep a spot for me. It's not about keeping a spot. It's about you registering for the training program. So it's only based on it's first come, first serve. So if you pay your discounted amount, it's only for the first 20 people. Now, looking at financial analytics, let's take a look at the guys that started this month, okay, the month of October. So if you look at financial analytics, core 2310, all right, core 2310, okay. So you see this classwork. I'm going to go to classwork, and you see all the things that they've done. And this is where when I, at the start of the session, I told you you would have lifetime access to the recording, to the material. All right. And the reason why we are doing the early bird discount is basically for you to get onboarded on time. Nothing more, nothing less. So you need to download, you need to install, you need to work, you need to get everything settled. Somebody was asking about Power BI on MacBook. How do you get Power BI on MacBook? So all those things are what we want you to get a head start on, by registering early. All right, so you can get all the installation, SQL install, Power BI install, Tableau install, and all the things you need for the training program. All right. So onboarding session. All right, you see we have an onboarding session. Okay, and you start with the problem solving classes. You have the materials. Okay, this is the materials. And the problem solving class is a very interesting one. All right, so you can see Mohammed, past experience. He worked with Alfa Romeo in the US and currently based in Nigeria. All right. So he currently works as a senior data analyst. Okay, and these are the things you're going to be learning during the financial analytics, during the problem solving aspect of the training program. So you learn how to work with problems, all right, how to solve problems as a data analyst. Okay. Thereafter, you move from there to working with Excel. Okay. And you see, we have the watch me do it videos. Okay. Now, this is the watch me do it videos. You get it every Sunday. You get the watch me do it videos every Sunday. All right. And the reason why you get it on Sunday is because, classes, what do you call it? Things that you don't need the live class for. The live classes are practical based. All right. So things that you don't need to be teaching in a live class. Imagine, a live class for beginners, okay? And you're teaching somebody how to write in Excel. All right, how to write in Excel, how to format Excel, how to do, just the normal introduction to Excel. All right. So, introduction to Excel, we don't need a live class to teach you introduction to Excel. We don't need the live class to teach you how to use shortcuts. We don't need a live class for that. All right. So we've created what we call watch me do it videos. So as the instructor is going on, you see this is the instructor. Let me show you about the instructor. The instructor is being Dapo. All right. So Dapo is a big four consulting analyst also. Currently works with PwC, Deloitte Bermuda, currently based in Bermuda. And he's one of the analysts that will be working with you on the training program. And he's very sound guy. And it's going to be showing. So all this Excel interface, you don't need a live class for it. Okay. What you need the live class for is to work on projects. So I'm going to show you a typical live class. So you see MS SQL live class one. Okay. And you see it here, class recording. You have the class recording here. You see it here. I'm going to show you now. So you see this is the live class. Okay. Now let's take a look at what you do in the live class. Like I said, it is practical based. Microsoft Excel live class one. So you've learned how to use Excel. You've learned how to start Excel, how to copy and paste, how to, do some calculations and all that. Now, all those things you've learned in the Watch Me Do It videos, you start to use them on case studies. All right. So looking at the first one, the club director requires the data analyst to the data analyst team lead by you to provide an analysis. Determine the average goal score per minute. So all those things that you learned, you now start to use it in an actual case scenario. Second one, okay, make the phone numbers, to have international dialing code, distinguish between the first and the last names, ascertain the top 10 loyal customers, so on. So you have these case studies to work with in the live class. Now, this is still an introduction, okay? As you go on, it becomes more complicated. All right. So you have watch me do it videos for everything: VLOOKUP, index match, XLOOKUP, formulas and functions, and so on and so forth. So you have all these videos to prepare you for the live class. All right. So the live class only happens on Saturday, whereas you have the watch me do it videos for you to practice Sunday through to Friday. You have assignments, you have projects, and so on and so forth. So this is, this is the class that started in October. Let's take an older class. Okay, let's take the guys in September. Okay, all right, the guys in September. All right, you see, they are currently working on SQL. They're currently on SQL. They've not started financial analytics. Okay, so it's like I said, it's 3 months. So let's take an older class. All right, so the one that has financial analytics, they've started their financial, if not completed their financial analysis class. All right, so you see it here, financial modeling. All right, so you'll be working on, relevant projects. So you see financial module videos, building financial statements, creating business scenarios, and so on and so forth. So you see this. Let's start with the first video for financial modeling. Okay. All right. So you see it here. All right. So you see this is one of the record. See, as this is Nene currently. All right. As she's working on the project, you would also be doing the same thing. All right. So this is one of the watch me do it videos for financial analysis. All right. So as she's working on it, you are doing the same thing. You are performing the same task. Okay. So as she's building, you're also building. Now, once you finish this, you still have a live class. All right. So you finish the class, you have a live class. You finish the watch me do video, you have live class. All right. So somebody saying we need a live class as beginners with no idea of anything. You will get everything. So, like I said earlier, okay, the watch me do it videos only comes before the live class. The watch me do it video comes before the live class. So you see, like you have this module, see Excel, module one. You'll get these videos first before the live class. So stuff like how do I download Excel? How do I on Excel? How do I launch Excel? Like we don't need a live class for that. All right. How do I use Excel? Okay. How do I write in Excel? What is the difference between a cell and a column? What's a row and a column? So all those things, we don't need a live class for it because imagine everybody's learning the same thing. You will likely be asking questions and time will just go. Oh, I can't see my own cell. Oh, I cannot see my own row. As beginners, it becomes, and these are things that we have experience from. All right. So it's going to be very difficult dealing with those, explaining these basic concepts. What is a row? What's a row? What's a column? What is a worksheet tab? What is an address bar? What's a fill undo? What's an active cell? So on and so forth. These are all beginner. So you get this recording. With the recording, with all these videos, okay, self-paced videos to help you practice, okay, you would also get what we call drop-in sessions during the week. You would have what we call drop-in sessions, all right? So drop-in sessions during the week, all right? You'll get them, you see it here, see how many drop-in sessions. So you have drop-in sessions one, drop-in session two. So you see you have quite a number of drop-in sessions. So if you have any question during the week while you're working on those videos, okay, you still have, if you need further assistance, you will get access to the drop-in session for you to ask questions. So you're never left alone, okay? You are never left alone on any of the program. So the same thing with Power BI, the same thing with SQL, you are never left alone. So you'll be learning everything by yourself. You would have people assisting you while you're learning, okay? So you're always going to have people around you to unfold you, to guide you, all right, to nudge you to getting started in financial analytics. All right. So you're never going to be left alone. I did Amola. Okay. So it's not like we just give you videos and nothing happens. So you get the videos to practice. Okay. Once you get to practice, all right, you have a live class to implement those things you've learned in the videos. How do you not implement it in a real life scenario? You see people that work with VLOOKUP, they go on YouTube and they learn how to use VLOOKUP, for example. But a recruiter is not asking them, okay, what scenarios do you get to work with VLOOKUP? Can you tell me your time you've used VLOOKUP to solve a critical business problem? They are lost. Okay, so learning VLOOKUP is not the key thing. Implementing it in a real life scenario is the key question. It's a real thing. It's a real deal. So that's exactly what we're going to do for you. All right. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. So like I said, guys, the discount is only available for the first 20 people to register. And if you still have any question, please, don't hesitate. Let me show you some testimonials. So you see, this is Omo Daily Call Creek. Let me just play a video for you to see exactly. Let me ensure that I'm sharing audio. So I want to actually show you some testimonial videos. So you see that, we know exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to click. You would also get access to this thing so you can actually view them also by yourself. But I'm just going to play this in today's session so you could actually hear from Omo Daily.
Coal Creek. Hello everyone, my name is Modele Coal Creek. I'm a chartered accountant and an advertising practitioner. If you're still doubting and thinking if you should be part of Analytics, you are on a long
Priscilla, just confirm you can hear me. You can hear the audio.
Has made
Yes, I can hear the audio, Femena.
Actually, this week I was given an assignment, a case study, and I was able to use the learnings from Analytics to achieve my case study assignments. They tutor us on what to do, what to place on your LinkedIn. Apart from LinkedIn, there are other platforms that you can put yourself out there and be marketable. I'm so glad and I have no regrets to have joined Analytics, and also it is quite affordable. Kudos to everyone at Analytics. Thank you.
All right. So that is your Modele Kokri. We also have Solomon. And these two guys have gotten jobs, currently working as financial analysts. Solomon currently works with Calgo.
Hello, my name is Ilodibe Solomon. I'm currently a financial. Hello, my name is Ilodibe Solomon. I'm currently a financial analyst with Kegos Group. I've grown from, say, infancy to being a full-time professional under the guide of Analytics. I dare say that the facilitators did a thorough job in equipping us with the skill needed out there, and the community is such a great one to belong to. My journey with Analytics has been amazing. I've moved from literally novice to I would say advanced level at this point. I know I still have a lot to learn, but it's been nothing short of amazing all the way to this point. I really recommend the program any day, anytime.
See, we have quite a ton of testimonials, all right? And you see, Solomon, from an engineering background, completed analysis financial analysis program, got a job as a financial analyst with Kekos Oil and Gas Limited, all right? Not just Solomon, Victor Bolajoko also completed analytics financial analytics program, got a job as a financial analyst with Nicole Finance Company. Bumi Obidigbo, okay, while undergoing it, she got a job as a market data analyst. So you see, market data analyst with Leona Finance Limited. All right, so Afolabi also completed the financial analytics training program, got a job as financial analyst with Google. All right, so you see, these are people that have gone through the program and have gotten jobs. And you can check their profile out on LinkedIn. You'll see them there, all alumni, all alumnus of Analytics. Some of the dashboard you get to work with, some of the dashboard that was created in class, created by the participants, and you see them here. All right, see them here. So many financial analysis. You see, revenue, gross profit, all the analysis. Some of them that which we did in class today. This is a typical financial model. So you see analytics food. All right. So these are some of the previous financial models that were built in class. So you get to work your analytics bistro. All right. So these are full-fledged financial analysis. You building income statements, cash flow statements, and so on and so forth. You get to work with everything. So you see, these are some of the things that you get to work on, all right, that you get to build on and gain experience in if you go through the training program. All right. Any question? I don't seem to be getting a lot of questions. Okay. Please, can you give us a number to reach if you need to interact with analytics? Yes, please. Priscilla has provided the numbers there. All right. So let me reiterate one last time. Okay. The training program is tailored for beginners. Okay. All right. So, and we're currently running a discount for the first 20 people to register. First 20 people to register. All right. So if you're looking to join the program, please be among the first 20 people to register and secure your position with your deposit of either £200 or 200,000 naira. All right. So just walk you through what we did today, one last time. So this is what we did today, all right? And this is just rebuilding a very simple report, all right? Tracking financial performance across different states in Nigeria, all right? So you can easily just click on each region, all right, or each state, and you see their financial performance. And you can see it is dynamic, all right? It's dynamic. And these are the things and more you would actually get to work with, how to automate these reports. All right, how to publish, how to work with Power BI service, how to incorporate SQL, how to work directly from a database. All right, so there's so many things you get to work with. All right, and to become a financial analytics, it takes 3 months of learning. All right, 3 months of hands-on learning. All right, and you still get what 1 month free internship. 1 month free internship. All right, at the cost of what £300. Discounted price of £300. All right, or 300,000 naira. Hit your deposit now, register, and let's get started. All right, guys, thank you very much. I'm not sure I have any other question. All right, so if you're looking to get registered, please do it now. Is it possible to get a job here in Nigeria once I'm done? Absolutely, yes. Zion, 100%, 100% will work you to get that done. Okay, we'll work with you 100% to get that done. All right. How about someone that has no background in tech or business? Can I go for it? Is the certificate in Canada? I don't know. And I think when people are really, especially Nigerians, Africans, are very, they usually fantasize about certificate. And that's the reason why I like to go online, all right, to show you, all right, to probably just go online to, I usually go to look for jobs, all right. And I said for financial analysts in the UK earlier, okay. And I'll look for remote. I'll look for remote. Okay, this is actually, if I do remote, selected. Remote is just selected. So I'm just going to look for like a financial pricing and proposal. And okay, let's look for a core financial analyst role. All right. So let me just take any role. Let's say this particular role. Okay. All right. Okay, this is what we offer. I'm looking for one. So you see that all the roles you find yourself, you're in Canada, go on Indeed, go on LinkedIn. There's no role that would actually, there's no role that will require to have a certificate, especially when it comes to financial analysis. All right. So what certificates would you be looking at? Do you understand? So these guys are looking for people that have experience. Okay, people that have experience, not people that have. Can you use Power BI? Can you use Tableau? Can you do financial analysis? What certification will back up your financial modeling skill? What certification is out there to do that for you? All right. So it's not a I don't have a certification. All right. I don't have any certification, but yet I still get to work with the top organizations across the world. So it's not certification that you need to get a job. Okay. It's not about being recognized in Canada. It's not, our certificate is everywhere. We have people are getting jobs in Canada, getting jobs in the US, and getting jobs across the world. Do you understand? So it's not the certificate that actually gets them a job. All right. You could actually go to this training program without even doing a practical case study. All right. You get your certificate at the end of the day and you can't get a job. So which one are you looking for to get a job? All right. So those are the things you need to understand. It's not about certificates. It's about what can you offer? What can you do? All right. And that's exactly what you do. All right. Or better still, can I get a brochure? Yes, you can. So if you click on the link, Brian, the link Priscilla is sending to the chat, the main stack link. So if you click on this particular link that has been sent to the chat, all right, if you click on that particular link, you click on this link, it's going to take you to this particular page, all right, that is loading, currently loading, okay. So you see the first thing here, get access to all the program brochures. You see access to everything. Um, Financial analytics brochure, double click on it and you see everything. Or you could actually download it if you want. You have access. You, like I said, you have everything. So you'll see a full-fledged detailed curriculum, okay, on what you'll be learning. All right. So from SQL to financial analysis, to using Power BI for financial analytics, to working with financial models, and so on and so forth. All right. So you get to work on everything together. You'll see the full brochure is there. All right, so all you need to do is click on the link, the main start link. You'll see get access to all program brochure. Once you make payment, guys, please, this is where to upload it. All right, this is where you get to upload it. All right, so I think it's almost 3 hours. I think we should be done with the session. I don't think we should extend it longer than this. All right. All right. Thank you very much, guys. This is where we're going to be calling it a day. So thank you very much. Please secure your position now. If you're looking to get started in the career path, all right, secure your position now. All right. So, anyways, I've had a wonderful day. I've had a wonderful time with you guys. All right. So thank you very much for coming around. Giving you permission to mute yourself. If you had a wonderful time, just tell me. Let me hear from you. If you had a
Thank
wonderful
you.
time. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening and looking forward to see you in the main program. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.